my lord. We are here.
Woo! 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 Hello.
What up?
What's up, Nady?
How's it going, man?
Good. It's going good. Wait, let me just reset my little camera thing here
no
so
worries.
that it's actually pointed at me.
No worries.
Right. I think it's a little bit better. Nice. All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to, this is, what do we call? We're called Black Market Live. Yeah, this is the reggae show, man. It's the reggae and dub show.
Yep.
We definitely talk about reggae and dub, and we also make it here on the show.
Yes.
Live with you. And I am Wise Al, but he's going to be calling me Brandon a lot because my name is Brandon Nisnik. That's the name my parents gave to me.
It's a habit. Been
And
calling him Brandon forever now.
That's it. I know it's stuck. That is Nate Bridges, a.k.a. Black Market.
What up, y'all?
The originator.
Original.
The founder.
Black Market.
That's right.
Hey, Makaduppy, I feel like we're going to pronounce your shit wrong, man. But you're in the stream, and we're talking about you, man. We really
we were just
love
talking
your
about
stuff.
you right before we came.
Yeah, we were just talking about your stuff. We really love your stuff. And like I said last week, and this is good to get this out of the way at the top of the show, your email to me kind of inspired a change in the Patreon tiers. And the more me and Brandon thought about it, kind of the worse it sat with us, that it was kind of unfair. So we wanted to tell you, man, send us your stuff. You're getting in the playlist. Like your stream's just starting out. It's stupid to make you like pay to fucking be. On the
we
playlist.
decided.
It's a stupid idea.
We decided against charging people to. You must be a Patreon subscriber in order to have your dubs featured on the playlist.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I after the show last time, we were watching your videos on YouTube, and it
we were
was just
digging
like,
them.
this doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
To just say, okay, yeah, we'll feature this,
But pay
for
us.
money. Yeah,
Pay us
it didn't
money,
feel right.
though.
So
Pay us
policy hereby changed.
Revoked.
This is the dub gavel.
Yeah. The dub gavel has been laid down. We also got a new viewer watcher in the chat today. Jeremever6. I'm gonna assume your name's Jeremy. Thanks for hanging out with us today, man. I posted the link for today's show in the ABBA subreddit, and like a true ABBA fan and like a true fan of any band, he was like, look, if this doesn't feature actual ABBA, I'm gonna be fucking pissed off, like, because that's stupid. It's like clickbaity bullshit, and I hate it. And I was like, dude,
oh, nice.
dude.
Challenging on the clickbait.
Yeah, I was like, dude,
Nice.
I'm with you, man. I'm totally with you. I get it. I hate that kind of shit too. This is actually ABBA with a reggae band playing under them. It's just it's a thing we do.
I don't know about that, man.
So he's saying he's listening from Worcester, Massachusetts.
I was just gonna say, you, someone who used to live in Boston for so long, like, I'm gonna test your
Worcester.
Oh man.
Oh yeah, he's Jeremy. Can you tell me Worcester? Am I saying it right? I
No,
did
but-
live in Boston
dude,
for like 6 years.
Oh my God, Nate. No.
What? No, are you saying it's wrong?
It's Worcester.
Worcester? Fuck.
Worcester.
See, but I don't have the fucking
He's
accent.
from
I don't talk
Worcester.
like that. I don't have the accent. Worcester? All right. I fucked it up. But Jeremy,
It's all good.
basically
You're
what I'm
making
getting
our
at is
UK friends happy though, because I also foresaw a fight with the UK people about how to say it, but I think you're on their side.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Yeah.
We can't risk.
Worcester. So I was close.
All right.
I was kind of close. I wasn't like horribly off, but
No, you were
either way, make fun of me for it. It's fine. I don't care.
Worcester.
Yeah. But
I'm always looking for, unfairly always looking for an opportunity to make fun of Nate for no darn reason.
Yeah.
Can we explain why, like a little lore, Brandon and Nate lore, little black market Wise Al lore?
What? Why you like making fun of me?
Yeah, I just love constantly ripping on you and making fun. It's because of our age difference from when we were in high school.
Totally. Yeah.
So we those of you who don't know, Nate and I grew up in the same small town in California together, Atascadero, California.
Yep.
What up, Atascadero?
Yep.
And we went to the same high school. We had the same music teacher who gave each of us our love and appreciation for Jamaican music. That Mr. Wallace. More big ups, Mr. Wallace. The only reason why we're here.
Yeah.
But I was older than you. I still am older than you.
Still,
interestingly
yeah.
enough.
I've been working on that for years now,
But it's just one of those things where it's like you are gonna be a 75-year-old man who's like won awards and like seen as like this great senior figure in your industry.
Incorrect.
And to me, you will still be like a freshman, like who's like tying your shoes together and laughing when you trip. You know what I mean? Like
I think part of that is, okay, I have, believe it or not, I have 4 older brothers. I am the youngest of 5 boys.
Yeah.
So
no sisters.
No sisters. No.
5 brothers.
Yeah. So I'm just used to the shit like running downhill, like the drip
man.
of the, but it's okay. It's not a bad thing. It's it gave me tough skin, and it's it's allowed me to laugh at myself and to be poked fun at, which I think is important if you're putting music out there and you're exposing your
It's
nerves
a vulnerable
like that.
thing.
Yeah, it's good. It's good to be able to laugh. And Brandon, you're one of my best friends, so I don't give a shit. I know it's all in love. So.
Okay, good. I'm glad you know it's love.
Yeah, but the people out here probably don't, so it's probably good, because otherwise they would be like, "Have you guys noticed that Brandon has been abusing Nate on the stream?" But
Dude, I'm like afraid of that. I'm like,
no,
of becoming like the antagonist of the stream, because I'm just always like making fun of the way that you say names in Massachusetts and stuff.
No, nothing
Okay.
to worry about. To wrap up what we were saying though about Mega Duppy, dude, send us an email. Send me an email. You got my email already. Send me an email. Make sure you have artwork like encoded with the files if you can. And send me like 2 of your favorite songs that you really want to be featured, and we'll throw them in the playlist, man. And we'll start getting you some exposure and some fans, hopefully. But please, if you can, go ahead and drop your YouTube channel in the chat as well. Dub the abuse.
Yeah, no, that's a really good idea. What if we did a black market EP? So that there's dubs that featured, and like the top line, just like the vocals, is all just like clips of me just making fun of you,
or me saying something and then you saying it correctly.
Oh yeah, in the beginning of each song is you saying like an innocent, well-meaning thing, and followed by 4 minutes of me just going on a tirade, making fun of what you just said.
Oh man. Yeah, we could do that, or never do that.
yeah, maybe not.
But yeah, thanks for everybody for tuning in, especially everybody for watching. I started the playlist today like 2 hours early, and we had like shitloads of people watching, which is really cool. Probably because I spammed Reddit collectively with like 400 links to the stream today to try and get the word out about this show.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, been a really good discussion. Got to listen to tons of cool music with everybody. So welcome to anybody who's new watching. Thank you guys for checking this out.
Yeah, glad you're here, fam.
The name of the game today is just last night we released the new ABBA reggae remix EP that we've been working on for months.
Yay, it's released.
And man, I gotta say right off the top, thank all of you guys so much. Thank you patrons, thank you subscribers on Bandcamp, thank you viewers of the stream. Thank all you guys just for engaging with us while we made this EP. It's truly, it's a tribute EP to ABBA. We love ABBA. Brandon is a huge fan of ABBA. He turned me on to ABBA. So, and being able to make it alongside all you guys with your input and your critiques and your suggestions. It's just the coolest way I've ever like made music ever, like hands down. It's so fun to do it this way. So, thank all of you guys so much for listening. I gotta say, I'm gonna give us a live update right now. How many plays it's gotten on Bandcamp so far? We are at 1,081 plays for the ABBA EP in less than 24 hours. So I imagine that number will keep going up throughout the day. But yeah, for a day one 24-hour amount of time, that's really good for my Bandcamp page. So thank you guys so much, everybody out there who's listening and who's digging it. We love you. We appreciate it. And if you stay tuned today, pretty shortly we're gonna play the live dub videos. For nice. Some of you who maybe are new or who don't know, me and Brandon, we track everything together, and then at the end of the process, I do live dub mixes. So I kind of mix the album live, and I film it, and I make videos of it. And today we're gonna have kind of a watch along, listen along party, and watch all the dub videos together for the first time. Nobody's seen these yet. So
yeah. Nate does live dubs exactly the same way that King Tubby and Scientist and all the great, the original way that dub is performed on a mixing console, which you got right there. You can see a few faders in the corner of your screen. There it is.
Here's our shit.
There's your dub instrument.
Yeah, this is the dub shit right here, and that's all my other toys.
It's playing back on that tape machine and and everything. So all of those, what am I saying? All the music on his Bandcamp page, on the Black Market Bandcamp page, there was performed that way, and so today for the album release party, we're gonna watch the video. It's not just like stock footage. What we're gonna see, it's not just like stock footage of you mixing put up against the music.
No,
we're watching the video of you actually performing the recording that is on Bandcamp and that you hear when you're streaming and when you download it and everything.
Yeah, and they're all it's like a live take basically of me performing it. So it's a unique version of the song that exists that way on Bandcamp and will never exist any other way on Bandcamp. But if I ever do it again, it will never exist the way it exists on Bandcamp. It'll be totally unique and different if I do it again, which I plan to. I'm still working on that. Pretty soon I'm going to start doing live dub performances of my old material, probably on Reddit, but I'll do it on YouTube too, I'm sure.
Speaking of which, man, I've been thinking about this, and me and you have not talked about this at all off the streams.
Okay.
Live, fresh,
exciting
conversation topic in front of everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Since you're about to be at the point where we can start performing live dubs,
getting close.
Yeah. If I do the same with my music and we, come up with a really cool way of being able to do it together,
that would be sweet.
We should do some live stuff. We should go on tour.
Playing live? Oh, go on. Sure.
So, mainly, I mean, how cool would it be to come to the UK? You guys have to move closer to the UK because the lag on the comments is
That's too good. That's a good one. Dude, first of all, I would just love to see you in person again. And second of all, if we also got to play music together, it would be unreal and extraordinarily fun and
yes.
worth, even if no one came to the show, it would be worth it on face value just to get together and play some music.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I've had ideas about how to do Black Market, because what I'm planning on doing is doing Black Market live streams where I'm basically gonna do dub mixing on the console just like you hear them on the records, just from this room though. I'm not going to go anywhere. I'm not going to do any clubs or anything like that. But I've had so many thoughts over the years of how would you do black market live in like a concert type setting, type venue.
That's what I've been thinking about.
And there's two ways you could do it, and you could even do it both ways. One way is dub robot style. I show up by myself with a mixer, a source, maybe my laptop to play the stems, some outboard effects, and just do a live dub show like that. So just take a portable version of this setup, take it to a concert, do it live by myself. I've thought about doing that. I've tried to work up the gumption to pull something like that off here in Nashville, despite no one in Nashville giving a fuck about reggae or what I do. But I've thought about that. I don't have the means to do that. I would need a whole separate live setup, which I haven't procured or done any work on, getting.
Yeah. You would need to build it. Yeah.
Hey, Mega Duppy, we didn't see the link in the chat. Go ahead and drop it one more time. We'll see if we can see it. And then everybody in the chat, go ahead and subscribe to his channel. So that's one way to do it. And I fully intend to do that eventually too. That would be really fun. And it would be great just to have the option to be able to do that. And the other way to do it would be, I've had this thought as well. It would be build a full band, a black market live band, drummer, bass, guitars, keys, obviously. You'd probably need maybe a horn player, maybe not. Maybe just keep it really bare bones, kind of like Horsemouth was.
An auxiliary player, someone who plays, who
could do a lot of stuff,
like a saxophone and some other,
and maybe keys as well or something.
Stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I've thought about that, but then the issue is, okay, well, the whole thing about it is, the cool thing about it is you're using the original stems. That's the cool part. You get to play with David Bowie or with the Beach Boys or whatever. So I thought there's a really easy way to solve that, and it's using Ableton. Basically what you would do, you'd have to get a drummer who is really familiar with Ableton, and you would basically build a session that had just the vocal stems hooked up, synced to a click track. The drummer would be wearing headphones, and the click would be going to him. The click and the vocals are totally in sync. The drummer is totally in sync with the click and the vocals. Basically, you have the vocals being played out. Only the drummer hears the click track. You have the vocals being played out through the sound system. And there's basically just an invisible singer, David Bowie or whoever, singing while we're
with
all...
a video component, giant video wall behind the band that's showing montage of the artist who's singing.
Yep. Yeah, you could just have... Exactly. It could be that simple. You could have... I even had a thought of putting an iPad literally on a chair with a drop spotlight on it, and it's just a picture of Bowie or a picture of Brian Wilson. And even maybe put a microphone in front of the iPad, but just have it not on. But that has been my other thought, which would be a way cooler way to do it, I think. And then even on top of that, you could go the extra mile and have... Maybe I'm not even in the band. Maybe I'm dubbing from the sound system. Maybe I'm dubbing it out. I'm dubbing out a live band.
Yeah, I've heard. Yeah, we
have Wallace do it. I play guitar in the band because I'd kind of rather do that anyway. And then we have Wallace dub it out or something, or we get guest dub musicians or dub producers to dub it out. While we're playing live. That would be really cool.
I have heard, I've never seen it myself, but I have known people who told me stories about playing in a live dub band where all the instruments are going direct into a board that's on stage. So
that's how
all the guitars, all the basses, everything.
That's how we used to do it with Dub Robot when when I played with him. We all went DI. So we had an electronic drum set, went straight to his board. We had bass to his board. We had guitar DI to his board. And if you had good enough, if you had cool amp emulators on the console or on the on the board, you could still get it to sound really good. It wouldn't have to all sound shitty in DI. And then that way it would be a true like dub thing. It would be a real dub show.
No, we could design this, my boy. We could do this.
It's the thing is, it's a matter of one, you and I would have to be components of it because you would have to be the band leader. You would absolutely be the band leader. I would be there to, guide the overall how I'd want it to be, the more big picture stuff. But as far as like, teaching musician stuff, like, we would have to co-chair that at the very least. And then, because I don't even know exactly what I would want my role to be. It would have to be substantial, obviously, but I don't know if I would want to just be playing in the band.
I mean, you're the guy.
I know, but I don't know if I'd want to just be playing in the band or if I'd want to just, or if I'd want to dub it out or something. It'd be a whole thing to figure out. But
well, it's a new project that we can start brainstorming on.
Yeah, but yeah, if we ever get together and do it, I mean, shit, that would be so fun. I mean, it's really a matter of money. If we had, it doesn't even matter that we live far away. If we had the money to facilitate us getting together and bringing in other musicians and paying everybody to go out on the road and to do this as a real show, then we'd be able to do it for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
All right. This message brought to you by Patreon. Awesome.
Hey, patrons.
Okay. So what should we do our Eno card before watch party?
Yeah.
Or after?
Yeah.
Okay.
That sounds good. So I forgot to do the Eno graphic. I didn't do that.
Oh yeah. You're gonna make a thing.
I'm gonna do that. I was finishing the ABBA album for you guys, so I forgot to make an Eno graphic, but I'll do that. I'll do that this week. So world tour sold out. We hope so, Dave. Also, Dave, you should let Brandon know that your new username is here fishy fishy fishy.
Oh, it's that Dave.
No longer Dave. No longer Welsh ass Dave. He's here fishy fishy fishy.
Okay.
Also, the fact you had to change your name, but you didn't change it to Welsh ass Dave. Curious.
Yeah.
Curious.
Feelings hurt.
All I'm gonna say. So I pulled one already earlier before we started, and the one that got pulled today is, oh man, you can never fucking read this shit. Emphasize differences. That is the current.
We've got to emphasize our differences.
Yeah. So
okay,
I guess that means we're gonna dub out Michael Jackson's Black or White next. That's probably what we'll have to do.
There we go.
Then Ebony and Ivory. We'll do a whole Michael Jackson dub EP next. So that'll be the plan.
Just a Michael Jackson race relations EP.
yeah, exactly. No.
Only Michael Jackson songs about race.
That would go over poorly, but
yes. Yeah, that's not a good
emphasize
idea.
differences. We kind of touched on this a little bit last week about how just our different approaches to how you're much more like exacting and precise, and I'm much more kind of loosey-goosey and kind of let the chips fall where they may. And I think that that we could probably go even further to showcase that dichotomy. You know what I mean? Like like a really, really expertly produced and tracked like performances on an EP, but with like a dub performance that is just like super unhinged, off the cuff, like one take, like just fucking, you know what I mean? That could be a cool kind of experiment. But yeah, this is a good one. It's emphasize differences is especially when you're playing in a studio setting with other people. If you're kind of throwing different musicians into a blender, so to speak, kind of the coolest things that could come out of it are the differences between people's playing styles or production styles or what have you, whatever you want. But
it could also change the way that you mix something, because like a lot of time, like for example, in a lot of the reggae songs that we are mixing, a lot of times, for example, there's a bass guitar and electric guitar that are like playing either the same exact part or a similar part. And a lot of times when you're mixing it, you try to do something to make them blend together.
Yeah.
But if you're thinking about it through emphasized differences, you might like, rather than trying to craft those sounds so that they smush together and blend together and sound like one interesting thing,
Yeah.
you could show off and emphasize how the guitar sounds like this bright, and over here you might even like pan it away from the center, which is something that you never do with that guitar.
No.
And like make it obvious
Yeah.
that this guitar is over here is this guitar, and this bass is over here and is this bass.
Right.
Make them sound nothing alike. That would completely change. That would be a really fundamental difference about the way that the song sounds, you know?
Yeah, that would be cool. But yeah, that's a good one. Not one we're probably going to utilize too much today. Although, who knows, maybe I'm speaking out of turn because after we watched the videos today, which we're going to get to shortly, we were going to go over, we touched on it very briefly a few weeks ago, but we're going to show Take My Breath Away again. You've got some new updates for Take My Breath Away.
Yeah, so the output of new content on the Wise Owl front, the Wise Owl Bandcamp and everything has been slow in recent months. But
I've been keeping you pretty busy, so.
Yeah, right. One of the reasons for that is how much music I've been working on with Nate recently, which I'm super happy about, and I wouldn't do it differently.
When I said that, I was just referencing Black Market, but actually no, it's Black Market plus all the glam shit we showed you guys.
Just the Black Market is probably like a quarter of
it's true.
of the music that I've been working on with you recently. Yeah. But I do promise you guys though that so Wise Owl is backed up in terms of releasing new stuff, but there's like 3 or 4 new things that are going to be coming in quick succession. Sick. When it does.
Sick.
The first one of which is almost done, and we'll work on it today after we have our after we have our release party. Yeah.
Yeah, that Take My Breath Away, still maybe one of my favorite things I've heard come out of the Wise Owl camp because of just how, if you guys haven't heard this yet, definitely stick around for the end of the stream to listen to this, because it's like, if you guys know the song Take My Breath Away, it has a very distinct bass part and like main riff. And it's like kind of not that song without that part.
Oh no.
And Brandon basically had to do as little as you possibly would have to do to make that into a reggae song. Like that riff is like intact. It is like perfectly intact. And it works so good as a reggae bass line. It's like mind-blowing how good it works. And honestly, anything less, I don't know if you could do that song. If it was anything less than perfect as a reggae bass line, which it just happened to be.
Yeah, exactly. That synth bass line is so iconic to that. It's probably, well, I don't know. I'm thinking about like, is the do 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 do, is that more iconic, or the vocal part? Take my breath away.
For me, it's the bass. It's the bass.
It might be the bass part. Might be the most thing about the song. And so, I mean, are you going to cover that song? Are you going to make a version of that song
without
that doesn't go bo do 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 do?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Are you really?
I don't think so.
And if you are, why?
Exactly. Yeah.
So, and normally you do have to change a bass line. And we'll hear it. There's a few things in the ABBA thing that we're about to hear where the bass line is pretty
similar.
Pretty iconic, but needed to be changed because the original, it just doesn't feel like reggae. It doesn't fit. If you play it exactly the same way, it's not reggae.
Right.
And it doesn't work along with what the reggae drums are playing and the rest of the band and everything.
Yeah.
So almost all the time you have to make some sort of change. But with the Take My Breath Away bass line, it's kind of amazing and pretty rare how it didn't even need to change it at all. You can play it exactly the same way as the original unchanged, and it fits
Totally.
in a reggae song. So that's kind of cool.
I want to touch on a comment from Papa Jocko in the chat. He said, how difficult would it be to link up with singers and players in your contacts and do something like Playing for Change? It'd actually be pretty easy, man. Believe it or not, me and Brandon have very deep reggae contacts. We could...
so deep. Contacts are so deep.
Well, all I'm saying is we could, without hitting up anybody we don't already know or haven't already played with, we could totally do Black Market live, like with our friends, like, and it would be sweet. It would be really, really good. Honestly, I even thought about it. Even if we just got Horsemouth back together. Somehow.
Horsemouth. Oh my god.
If Horsemouth was the Black Market backing band, and it already was like the Wise Owl backing band.
Yep.
Even if I had access to more high profile players or whoever, I would still want to use our old band, Horsemouth. Like, absolutely. That was the most fun I've had in a reggae band. Like, those players are monsters, every single one of them. Like, I would. But yeah, to answer your question, Papa Jocko, we could totally do it. We could totally do it. It's now just a matter of unfortunate geography that we're all kind of spread apart. So it's harder to do now.
Even John Kyle, the drummer, lives in Pennsylvania now.
Yeah, it'd be tough. And John Kyle, he was on a bunch of Black Market stuff. He was on, holy shit, Clarice. This is a girl I went to school with in Spain. It's good to see you, Clarice.
What
How's
up,
it going?
Clarice?
Yeah. I missed everything. Can you start over? Well, considering we're almost on hour 3, sorry, but but that's not true. We've only been streaming and talking for like a half hour. But yeah, we could totally do like Black Market with a live band, and I feel like we were close to doing it. There was a point in time where when we were doing Horsemouth shows all the time, I was like, damn, I kind of wanted to broach the subject of like how to do it, but I was the new guy in Horsemouth, so I was not about to impose my ridiculous concept music on it.
No, it's all. We probably would have said yes.
That's true.
For the record, but
yeah.
Oh well.
Hey, Groove Strangers in the Bandcamp chat. Dat Bass, he says. Thanks, Groove
Dat
Stranger.
Bass Groove. Okay.
Yeah.
Should we commence the party?
Let's do it. Yeah.
Dim the lights. Drop
yeah.
the balloons from the ceiling. Everybody
get loose.
Get your noisemakers ready and your pointy hats.
Yeah. So cool thing about my friend Clarice, who's in the chat. I went to Berkeley with her in Spain during a master's program. Black Market started as my master's thesis. So Clarice was around, and I believe she was at the first, and to this date only like live Black Market performance ever. It was like, and I did all of Bowie and Dub in a recording studio for a bunch of professors and students and stuff, and it was packed. They packed the studio. A bunch of my friends were there. It was awesome. But Clarice has been in the know of Black Market since like 2015. So she's an OG Black Market fan listener. All right, let's do
respect.
Let's do the ABBA show. The ABBA thing.
Yay!
All right, give me a sec. Let me get this this window up. I didn't do this before.
Nice.
There we go.
Oh, there's Rick Beato.
Let's do full screen. Yeah, do we want full screen?
Why not?
Full screen. Oh no, we don't. All right, that'll be what we do. All right, everybody ready? So should we pause after each song and like talk about stuff we really liked, or?
I don't know.
Yeah, don't know.
Yeah, if we can't stand not talking about it, then yes, I think we should. If it must be said.
Yeah. Yeah, we could pause after each one and just give our 2 cents, since it's probably the last time we'll ever talk about this EP.
Yeah, man. I think, let's see. Have I heard this all the way through? I've heard most of this one time.
Nice.
So this is the first time that I'm really like watching intently and
Nice.
definitely watching intently, but this will be the second time that I've heard it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Claes, there's such a long lag on this chat, so this was going to come in late. But yes, I pride myself in being a first hour fan. Yeah, so she was at the first and only Black Market show to date. So thanks for
Like,
hanging
what
out,
are the
Claes.
odds of that, man? We never talk about doing Black Market Live. Like the
I know.
one time that we talk about it, a person who's never been on the stream, who
Yeah.
was at the first and only time that it happened, is here.
I know, that's
crazy.
really weird. Very serendipitous. All right, well, the debut, first time ever, of the live dub mixing videos from my studio, High Noon Audio, of ABBA, Red, Green, and Gold. Here we go.
Did she say plug my phone charger in?
Yeah.
Nice.
I've got like a weird like ABBA like video playing in my third monitor. It's like some special from the 80s or something.
All the details, man. That's a great shirt, by the way.
Oh, thanks, man.
Outstanding shirt. But yeah, there's so many nice visual details in here. Little tape machine running in the background,
Yep.
which is not just for looks. That's actually being used, right?
Yeah, that's what you're hearing.
There's not a soul out there, no one to hear my prayer.
Yeah. Dope stuff. Rep Sweden.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
huge, actually.
Big day for Sweden.
Big day
today.
for Sweden
This
today.
is. It's a great day for Sweden. Therefore, for the world.
Yep. Sweden has finally interacted with reggae music. We have made contact, everyone.
Yeah. Yes.
Actually, that's probably not true. There's probably dope Swedish reggae out there. And
Yeah. Probably a lot.
I was almost going to say Serge Gainsbourg, but he's French. But if we're talking like Euro reggae, if we're talking European reggae, Serge Gainsbourg's actually like one of my hugest influences. So yeah, gimme, gimme, gimme.
All right.
That's a good one.
Peps Pearson.
Brandon,
Nice.
any thoughts? I loved your organ contribution on that one. The bass is fucking amazing. Overall, just slaying it.
Thanks,
on that
man.
track.
I'm excited, and one of the things that I'm always most excited to hear about these EPs, because I play on them and then I have no idea what the finished product is going to sound like until you make it. And one of the aspects of it that I'm always the most excited about is what order are you going to put the songs in.
Oh yeah.
So
Yep.
I'm excited.
The
for
the next one, the clue of what order comes next is in the title of the next song.
that. Oh, okay. Oh, is it wholesale? Yeah.
Shirt change.
Oh, new song, new shirt. Nice.
Listen to that guitar, that stereo guitar.
Yeah, there's some nice headphone treats in this.
I love this one.
The guitar sounds so freaking good, man.
Hey, it's Dick Clark.
Dick Cavett.
Dick Cavett, that's what I meant.
Man,
I love him. He's fantastic.
yeah, we need a new Dick Cavett, man. I love that show.
I'm so happy with this.
Yeah, this is pretty much perfect.
Sorry, couldn't hire a big band in time for this part.
Yeah, for the circus
The,
thing.
the marching band, yeah.
Yeah, the John Philip Sousa section.
Yeah. Man, those Benny dubs. All that Benny dub gear is like absolutely crucial for this shit.
Yeah. And like that parallel distortion that you put on the drums in there.
Dude.
It sounds so good, man.
Yeah, I wanted to use, so that's Decapitator on the mono drum kit mic. And yeah, it's just blended in with the overheads. I wanted to use that because we had that whole talk about saturation on that one stream.
Yeah, saturation stream.
Yeah, and I hope he's watching. I had somebody comment on on that video, asking about Decapitator and like asking about like what order we put things in and our plug-in change as far as like when we saturate, saturate before compression or after or whatever. So it was cool. So I hope
is
he's
that
watching.
a YouTube comment?
It was, yeah. It was on. I think it was on that whichever stream that was. It was.
I got to go back on that.
Episode 27 or
haven't seen
28.
that. Okay.
I'm not positive which one, but
Nice. Good.
But yeah, so I wanted to throw in Decapitator on those drums just to pay homage to that technique that we went over.
Yeah. man.
But yeah, that one's fun. That one kind of wound up becoming my favorite of this EP. It's such a weird song that is like I don't think a lot of people know about.
Yeah.
It's not one of their huge hits, but it's
No.
about a lonely guy who wants to hire a prostitute for some fun, and it turns out that she's running a 2-for-1 special, and we find out later in the song that the second girl is actually her mother. And then it's just a big joke, and then a marching band plays to the end of the song. It's so fucking funny. It's so funny. So
man.
yeah, it's good shit. I was telling Brandon yesterday that so some of the vocal stems on this EP, 3 of the vocal stems, so the first 3 songs are all taken from a live show, and Jerem Ever 6. You seem to know a little bit more about where these stems came from. He's saying they were from a Dick Cavett show performance.
Oh,
So they might have
yeah.
been from the video that was playing in the background. But
Love Dick Cavett.
yeah, he's amazing. But yeah, some of them are a little bit rough in places. They distort or they get a little rough around the edges in some spots. But overall, like sonically, I'm happier with this EP than maybe any other EP I've done or that we've done. And again, a lot of it has come from just stuff we've been talking about on the streams. Like with that whole stream we did about saturation when we went over Vitamin.
Yeah.
Dude, Vitamin is like an essential plug-in for me now. Like I use it. It's all over this EP.
It's a game changer.
Total
I'm telling
game changer.
You, yeah. If you guys haven't seen, what was it? 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago,
I think
something
it was
like
2
that.
weeks ago.
A few weeks ago on the show, yeah, we were doing this whole thing about saturation plugins, and I was showing Nate and all the rest of you guys this new one that I found. It's called Vitamin.
Yep.
It's a Waves plugin. We're not sponsored by them. I just love it, and we open to it, but we're not.
Yeah.
And but yeah, it just it does, man. It just sounds amazing, and it's really cool because all these tracks and everything that you're playing so far, it sounds so good, but there isn't anything that is overt or noticeable or something that you could put your ear's finger on that is different or that is happening.
Totally. It
just
the
sounds
quality's-
better.
Yeah, the quality's just up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is the magic of saturation plugins when they're used in a certain way. There's another way to use them in a way that is very noticeable, which is another option. But the way that you're using it, like for example, the way that the drums sound in this song with that, like You could hear it at the last that last little drum fill at the end there when he goes to the toms and the timbali. And it's just
Yeah, it's like
Oh, man.
it's borderline Agrolites. It's awesome.
right, yeah.
It's fucking great. Who would have ever thought the Agrolites and ABBA would be sonically mashed like that? But
The ABBA-lites.
the ABBA,
Dude, when the time comes for us to do another ABBA EP, I'm actually like kind of liking this idea and
That would
taking it
be
more seriously the more
kind
that I
of
think about it. If it's specifically an ABBA-lites thing, so
Yes.
it's all ABBA songs but done not the way that we usually do it, but specifically in the style of the Agrolites.
fucking
Oh, my
maybe we
God.
just hit up Jesse Wagner because maybe he'd be down. Maybe
Yeah.
he likes ABBA. I don't know.
And I'm sure he does. I know he's definitely a connoisseur of good music.
Yes, he is.
But we can't have somebody else sing on it though.
That's
right?
true. That's
But he
true.
could play guitar.
But wouldn't it be a massive, awesome exception if we did an Agrolites themed EP and we had Jesse Wagner sing? ABBA
Actually had
songs?
Jesse. Yeah,
It would be like fucking cool as shit.
that would be cool.
Well, yeah, that one turned out really, really cool. Let's keep the train rolling. Next one is Super Trooper.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, here we go.
Trooper beams are gonna blind me, but I won't feel blue like I always do. 'Cause somewhere in the crowd there's
I can't wait to see what shirt you're wearing.
This was split up into 2 days, so that should be a hint.
everything when you called me last night from Glasgow. All I do is eat and
Red
sleep
shirt.
Oh yeah.
and
It's the return to my favorite
every
shirt.
show was the last show.
Oh nice.
So imagine I was
Good, I'm glad we got your favorite song in there.
I
love this drum pattern that you picked for this.
And it's gonna be so different
Yeah.
when I'm on the stage tonight. Like the super trooper lights are gonna find me shining like the sun, smiling, having fun, feeling like the number one. Tonight the super trooper beams are gonna blind me, but I won't feel blue like I always do. 'Cause somewhere in the crowd there's
Nice drum pull.
facing 20,000 of your friends. How can anyone be so lonely? Part of a success that never ends.
It's horsemanDrums.com.
Still I'm
Yeah.
thinking about you only.
It's missing the word drums.
And I think I'm going crazy. But it's
Oh, yeah.
gonna be alright. You'll be changing everything will be so different when I'm on the stage tonight.
Yo, Jeremy Ever 6. Thank you, buddy.
Chupapa. Yeah. Because this is from the
This is from a live show, yeah.
from the live show, so
Yeah.
yeah, it's not the full thing.
Yeah, so there's definitely studio stuff that's missing, but the fact that these are vocals from a live show is like kind of amazing and makes them pretty unique as far as like versions go.
Yeah, and kind of a realistic dub version of it, like
Yeah, yeah, it's like a whole new version.
yeah, there's important aspects of the original song missing in a lot of dub versions of songs.
Yeah.
It's gonna mean so much tonight. Tonight the super trooper lights are gonna find me shining like the sun.
Peace, Papa Jocko. Have a good jam, buddy.
Smiling, having fun, feeling like a number one. Tonight the super trooper beams are gonna
Thanks for watching, Papa Jocko. We'll see you next week, man. Yeah, dog.
Nice, man. Got some good dub effects moments in that one.
Yeah, that's a fun
Like
one.
that.
Yeah. Yeah, it was really tough for me to pick between having that one first or Gimme Gimme Gimme. Overall, I just think Gimme 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 is like, it's so dope what we did with that one from like a rhythm section groove standpoint, and I just really like the way that one starts off. It's just such a good groove.
Yeah.
But then I also thought, this is one of their biggest songs, so a lot of times I'll put songs first that not only do I think they're like the best track, but like maybe ones that I think are really good that people might skip if it's not first. So for Gimme Gimme Gimme, that was the one. I was like, this one's too good to get like buried in the middle, and nobody's gonna skip Super Trooper anyway because that's a huge song for
Yeah.
ABBA.
Yeah.
So it was safe to put that one in the middle, and likewise with Two for the Price of One. I was like, that's the one that people will skip that they absolutely should not skip because that one's fucking sweet. But yeah, that one turned out great. Really, really love how Super Trooper turned out. Really fun drum beat, and I love what you did with the bass. The clav is dope. At this point, I forget who plays clav on what. I'm not gonna lie, because we both play clav on different songs.
Yes.
But I don't remember which one of us
Yeah.
has this one.
Yeah. Clav is equal territory.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had the exact same thoughts in that order. The drum pattern, the bass, and the clav stood out to me. I'm like so happy with it. How
Big
it
time.
sounds.
Big time.
Yeah.
And I was going back and forth with Mega Duppy in the chat. If you guys are reggae producers, even a little bit, even if you're just messing around with it, if you need reggae drums, go to drumdrops.com or horsemandrums.com. Again, we're not affiliated. We don't get any money for you doing that or anything like that. But those are the drums we use for every single track, unless otherwise noted, for all this stuff. And definitely all the stuff for this ABBA EP is all from there. Super high quality, stems of each track, really amazingly recorded drums with incredible drummers, typically tracked to tape as well, tracked to 2-inch tape on, using like super expensive equipment, usually on a Neve console or something, or API gear or API board. Yeah, Mega Duppy, game changer, dude. I mean, it's depending on your budget, it could get a little bit pricey, but if you buy one of the bundles, it's like $40 and you get like 20 different drum performances, and it's amazing. It totally changed. I went from like wishing I could make dub and reggae to like now I made 34 EPs because of those sites, so
Yeah.
yeah, definitely crucial shit. All right. Last song.
Last
is,
song.
What the fuck's this one called again?
It must be The Winner Takes It
Yes,
All.
The Winner Takes It All. So Winner Takes It All. This is the only one. This is the great irony of this project. This is the only one with studio vocals, and ironically has the roughest sounding vocals of anything on the EP. But not to say it sounds bad. I think it sounds good. I'm really happy with it. And this one has, you probably haven't even heard it yet. I added in the Nyabingi conga drums in the intro.
Nice.
Yeah,
All
so here we
right.
go. Last song on Red, Green, and Gold, the new Black Market EP. You can get exclusively at blackmarketdub.bandcamp.com. I'll drop the link in the chat if any of you guys want to go grab it. It's free. And thank you to all of our patrons and everybody that helped make it possible. We appreciate it. Here's the last song.
Wow. That's incredible. cold.
Yeah, dude.
Woo!
That little drop, that was what you suggested, remember?
Woo! I don't remember, but well done.
No, I remember you suggested we drop out the drums during that part, and then everything
okay.
picks back up on the bubble.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
It's recorded. I'm giving you credit.
Thank you. Thanks, Fishy Fish.
Yeah, dude.
Glad we could convert a new person to loving ABBA.
Yeah, man.
Because both of us, there was a time when we were like, ABBA, that's fucking insane.
Yeah, no,
That's lame.
absolutely.
Both used to feel that way. But man, once you give it a chance, this is nothing but gold.
There we are.
Gosh, Nate. Wow.
There we are, guys.
Let's hear it for Nate.
Hey, let's hear it for Brandon.
Great dubs. Good job, Nate.
Man, listen to this audience roar.
Wow.
Good job dubbing those songs, Nate. Wow. Oh my God. Wow. Wow. Thank you guys all so much for all the kind words during that. That was really, really cool. I'm really glad you guys all dig it. That was so much fun to make and so much fun to watch that with you guys. Seemed like everybody liked at least a song or two or four. So pretty sweet. Pretty sweet.
Pretty good.
Thank you, Mega Duppy. Appreciate that, man. And we can't wait to show off your stuff to our fans as well, to everybody watching the show. We'll have those in the playlist next week. The inevitable question now, what the fuck do we do next? Now what do we do?
Oh, shoot. That's true.
I honestly don't really know. I don't know what to do next. Not because I'm like, oh, how do we follow that? Not at all. That's not why. I just mean like literally, I don't know what else to do right now.
Just don't know. Yeah. Well, let's see. What were some of the other ideas? So, wow, this is so interesting because like when we were at the turn of the new year, we were talking about what EPs we could do this year.
Oh yeah, we mentioned like a million.
And it seems like when we were talking about doing ABBA, like it was so exciting and it seemed like, oh my gosh, like it seemed like such a big project to do. It felt like it was going to be a lot of work.
It was
It
daunting.
felt like it was going to be hard to do.
Ooh, 90s R&B classics, Mega Duppy says. It's not a bad
Shoot
call.
the whoop. Like, but now it's done.
Yes.
We're on the other side of ABBA now. It's a strange feeling.
Especially now that it's out and everyone's seen the dub videos, it's like, moving on. What's next?
Next song.
Next song.
Well, who else did we come up with when we were talking about it at the New Year's
So
convo?
90s R&B classics, that actually reminds me. We had said at one point, like, I think we said
Wu-Tang.
Wu-Tang for sure. And did we say like Boys to Men too? Who else did we say? I wanted to do Wu-Tang and you had one that you felt strongly about, but now I'm forgetting who it was.
Well, if we're talking hip hop, my favorite of all time is Bone Thugs and Harmony.
That's who it
but
was. That's who it was. Okay, I was confusing.
Can you imagine? Oh my God. All right, yeah. Doing hip hop is a whole other
If you want to talk about daunting,
thing. We've never, yeah,
that's daunting.
Because like I don't even know logistically right now if it's like
feasible.
possible and like how we would do it, but
I know that
Yeah.
probably more than any genre, there's probably more good like hip hop acapellas out there than most genres. So it's there. There's
Yeah.
material there for us to work with, but it's not like it's not quite always so melodic and like strictly like strong structured as like stuff that we do. So it would take a totally different approach than what we've been doing. Wu-Tang Clan is nothing to dub with. We might have to steal that title if we do that.
protect ya dub.
Protect you, dub. Oh, dude, yeah, there's like a billion we could do. That'd be so good. Yeah, it's okay. One, it's daunting for so many reasons because we're not going to be going off of like traditional like chord structures and stuff. It's like a beat that people are rapping over. You know what I mean? So there's less musically for us to go on. So we would really kind of be making it our own, and that would almost be harder because we'd have to find ways to write music that stayed true to their original music, right?
It could be interesting to delve sort of in, like I think one way of doing it could be to go like further back in reggae history than we normally go, and kind of go like the Studio One route, because like okay, so I'm just talking about Wu-Tang. The really the only Wu-Tang that I am familiar with at all, or that I know really well, is 36 Chambers. So just thinking about those songs in terms of chords, typically they're like two chords.
Yeah, they're like
it's like a
samples.
a 2-bar loop or a 4-bar loop.
Piano sample type stuff.
Well, usually like 2 bars.
Yeah.
1 or 2 bars being looped is what like the chord shapes of the songs are based around generally. And so in the context of reggae, where that fits would be like a Studio One rhythm, you know, like
Totally.
you think about like Real Rock or something.
Yeah.
It's a 2-bar loop for the entire song.
Yeah.
And there's a bunch of like all the stuff that Jackie Me Too and Leroy Sibbles wrote, you know?
Yeah.
So that could be a jumping off point.
Yeah.
Maybe yeah,
That's a cool idea.
exactly.
Yeah.
That thing. So, I actually am already familiar with quite a few of the original songs that were sampled for 36 Chambers.
Yeah, they're all amazing
Uh,
in their own right.
Such effing good songs.
Yeah.
That they used to sample them from. So,
Yeah.
right, that makes it easy to find out what the original chords and melodies are that are being played. But in most cases, like the Irma Thomas song and stuff, like the whole rest of the original song has nothing to do
Yeah.
with the melodic identity that is in
Wu-Tang.
the Wu-Tang song,
Yeah.
right?
No, you're right.
But you see what I mean, though? Like you could approach it like a Sound Dimension era, like Studio One instrumental era
Totally.
thing, where like Jackie Me Too is playing on a 2-chord feel.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah, that would be, I think, as far as starting off points go, that would be the best way to approach it. I agree with you.
Or at least a place to start
Yeah,
before
totally.
other ideas come to us.
And because that's kind of one of the earliest eras of like toasting too, which would kind of bring the whole thing
Yep.
full circle.
Exactly.
Which would be really cool.
Yeah, because you could connect it to dance hall, right? Which is
For sure.
you know, the crib, the birthplace of
Hip-hop.
right, yeah, exactly. And you know, chatted vocal
Yep.
on a bed of music, but it seems kind of too obvious.
I agree. And
Seems
it's like
too straightforward to
the
just
two-
go to dance hall.
the two eras are so close too that by going further back in the reggae elements of it,
Yeah.
that disparity between the two eras would make it more interesting to me.
Exactly. Yes. Right. Yeah. Because you got to preserve that signature black market effect of how disorienting it is at first if
Yeah.
you're familiar with the original music, like
Yeah.
how different
Yes.
this is to hear, like a Rasta Steppers
Totally.
groove under the Beach Boys, you know,
Right.
like that has to be in there.
Even hearing these-
you have to like hear the iconic vocals in the beginning, and then when the beat drops, you go
You're
like,
like,
what the fuck? What?
Right.
Yeah.
Even hearing you say the sentence like 4 on the floor Rasta beat to fucking Beach Boys is just like so funny. It's like
Exactly.
really, when you say it out loud, it's pretty ridiculous, but
Exactly.
it works. Yeah, so I think Wu-Tang would be really cool. And if we're talking about daunting, man,
Yes.
look, I'm just a huge Wu-Tang fan, huge fan of the RZA. He's one of my favorite producers of all time. So it's like stuff like that I don't take lightly, especially also because we'd be taking a big first swing into a genre we've never even gotten close to touching before.
Yep.
But also just the comedic silliness of following fucking ABBA with Wu-Tang would be like so
And it's a nice trade-off too, because like ABBA was an artist where I have a bit more of a connection to
Sure.
it and a background to it, so it'd be nice to, now do one where you're the resident expert
Sure.
and teaching. I get to learn from you about an artist and stuff.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think, man, it's talking about Wu-Tang scares me a little bit just because I'm such a fan. It's but almost
That's how
why
I felt about ABBA.
Totally,
I was
and-
like, I don't want to ruin it.
Yeah,
I don't want to
yeah.
do it badly.
Yeah. But that almost like when I start feeling this way, that's almost how I know that like, okay, we're going in the right direction. Because if it's something that I'm just
Oh.
like too comfortable with or too like, oh yeah, I could do that in my sleep, or, we could pull that off super easy, that's like kind of not the reason to do this.
Nice.
It should be challenging. It should be exciting and kind of a little bit scary for us to do.
Wow.
So I'm thinking that Wu-Tang we're barking up
Respect
the
that
right
mindset.
Yeah, we're barking up the right tree with Wu-Tang for sure. Other ones that we've talked about doing are ones that I just want to do, but now we're diving back into stuff that I feel like we could just do super easy, and it kind of makes me not want to do it or not as excited. Like people have been begging for years at this point for more Clash stuff. I have more Clash stuff on the ready that I'd love to do. I have tons of Clash stems, tons more songs of theirs we could do.
It's been like years since you've done a Clash EP, right?
Yeah, it's been at least 3 years, I think.
Oh, okay.
And they're one of the most popular groups that Black Market's ever done.
Yep.
So, it makes me want to do it again because I have the material. But at the same time, it's like, we're treading ground that we've tread before, and it would be nice to do something totally different, totally new.
Yeah, keep it dangerous.
Exactly. Yeah. For some reason,
So what if we do Wu-Tang and then Clash?
that would be pretty sweet. I think as
Get
far as
crazy and then come home.
yes, I think as far as artists go, the artist end of this project goes, I think us doing the Clash this year is a safe bet. I'm sure we will do the Clash this year. It's not exactly like at the front of my mind or like pressing at the moment.
Okay.
But I would also say likewise that Wu-Tang is such an exciting proposition that I don't know if we cannot do Wu-Tang. at
How
this
can you
point.
turn that down?
Yeah.
I mean, especially now, just after talking about it, the way that we just did right now, like I just got myself all into it now.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I
Dub
think
rules everything around me.
yes. That one in particular, that song is the one I would look forward to doing the most. That's probably my favorite Wu-Tang song.
Can you imagine? So I just realized too that so you were talking about like a way of thinking about it that I really admire. That you were just talking about, like, oh, if it feels daunting, if it feels scary, if it feels risky, maybe I'll go in that direction, follow that, keep
Yeah.
it like that. Just you, both of us, just right now talking about making a dub version, a reggae version of Cream. Like, I just got that feeling, which used to be my guiding thing all the time, which is like the star that I would always be following is making music that I wish existed.
Totally.
Making music that like I want to hear that.
Totally.
Because whether it was us who made it or somebody else, if I heard that, cash rules everything around me, and then like it's backed by reggae that I love, like I would be so happy. I would
know.
like fall on the floor.
I know. And now that
If
it's
that
out
existed,
there,
you know?
now that it's out there, the race is on. We got to do it now
Yeah.
before,
Well,
before
that's
one of our
decided
fans
then.
does it. Before Mega Duppy
Well.
gets an idea. And he does
Yeah.
a better job than we
I
do.
know, yeah. He's probably gonna do it
Yeah.
quicker and better. But,
Yeah. So as far as artists go, I think those two ideas, I like what you said. Do something risky and then bring it back home, and we'll do something that we know is a winner, and we'll just try and do it in a different, fun way than we've approached the Clash before. And that remains to be seen how we do that. But ooh, the Kinks, Waterloo Sunset. That would be cool. I've never even looked if the Kinks are if they got stemmed. That'd be cool as fuck. Actually, the Kinks could be awesome. Yeah, you buddy. I bet you could totally do it.
It's all surprised, like, yes, you who makes dub, yes.
Yeah.
Why would you think I would
Yeah,
make a dub
yeah.
version of that?
Of everybody watching, you're the only other guy besides me and Brandon that just like makes his own dub. So
That we're aware of.
Yeah, that
if
we're aware
you
of.
also
That's
make
true.
dub, let us know.
yeah.
Yeah.
But then there's the other half of what we do, which is just the totally off the rails, like wacky, not artist based, but maybe
The original, the TV movie
TV, movie, book.
side, book.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I've had some thoughts about that stuff as well. We've done kung fu as a genre. We've done now 50s B-movie sci-fi with War of the Worlds as a genre. The other big one, as far as like old school movie genres go, is the Western. I feel like it would be super cool to do. So back in the day, there's these spaghetti westerns that Django Unchained is actually sort of loosely based on. Tarantino loosely based his movie on these older movies. They were just called Django, and they were starring this guy Franco Nero, who is an Italian actor, who actually shows up in Django Unchained. He's actually
Who does he play in Django Unchained?
he's the guy when Jamie Foxx he like sits at a bar, and he asks Jamie Foxx like, "What's your name?" or something, and Jamie Foxx goes Django, and then he goes, "The D is silent." And then he says that to Franco Nero, who played the original Django. And then Franco Nero just goes, "I know." It's like so good.
Oh,
It's
in
super
the
badass. In Django Unchained.
in the scene where they have like the Mandingo fight.
Exactly. Yeah,
Oh, God.
all that shit. Super gnarly.
That shit is so hard to watch.
Yeah, I think it's like after all that goes down, he like goes to sit at the bar, and he's
Right.
sitting like right next to the original Django.
So Franco Nero is he's at the bar. He's not the bartender.
No, yeah, he's
that-
like one of the
he's-
guys
he-
who's
he's
like
another guy at the
betting
bar,
money
okay.
and shit. He's like one of the guys that
gosh.
like owns one of the fighters or whatever. Yeah, it's super gnarly.
Man, that whole part. Every time I watch that movie now, and like I see that set that's in that room, I just like instantly like
yeah,
tense up.
it's like sickening, really.
Okay,
But
great movie though.
great
obviously.
movie. Yeah,
Everybody
excellent
knows
movie.
that, but okay. Oh, sorry to derail. Yeah, so
No, it's
okay.
So yeah, so I thought it would be
original
cool to do like a dub EP based on those like original Django movies, because they got some cool old soundtracks we could go off of, and we could kind of just use Django as like a way in, and
Nice.
just he could kind of be our mascot, and we could just do an overall just cool like Western themed EP, which would be really fun. And it wouldn't be so obvious as like doing Good, the Bad, and the Ugly or something. Like that's almost
Right,
kind
yeah,
of a little
exactly.
too much. Yeah, and like that's too perfect anyway. I don't want to fuck with that.
You don't want to go with the Ennio?
I love Ennio. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, he's a god. I don't know. I'm
Like
scared.
I mean, there are other NEO routes to take. Like, you
Sure.
could do like a dub version of like the theme from the Hateful Eight or something.
Oh yeah. Or he did some of the music for John Carpenter's The Thing.
Yeah.
That could be kind of cool. Also, just doing more John Carpenter in the future would be really fun. But yeah, so I thought a Western one could be really cool. And then the other one that I'm thinking that I probably will want us to do this year is fucking Dune. I think we should just do Dune. I think
The
we'll-
Toto soundtrack,
the
right?
Toto shit. Yeah, we'll do the David Lynch Dune. So it'll be a continuum of our other David Lynch shit. But yeah, I think Dune is one that I really feel strongly about doing. I think that would be
And it
really
would be
fun.
perfect timing just to ride the whole Dune hype train, right? Like 6 months after
Yeah,
the
totally.
movie
Perfect
comes out.
timing. Perfect timing.
Right when everyone is definitely done watching it.
Yeah.
That'd be
Fucking
perfect.
Andrew Wright says The Muppet Show. Yeah, we'll do a double EP. Side A will be Muppet Show. Side B will be Sesame Street. That'd be funny.
Hey, that's not a bad idea. I'm going down that route, man. Like Sesame Street, there's some bangers.
Yeah,
Some Sesame
yeah.
Street songs.
Plus
I
all the
have some.
different musical guests they've had. It's like you could do anybody.
Dude, Mr. Rogers EP.
Mr. Oh, yeah. Talk
If we could
about
get through it without just
crying.
crying the entire time.
yeah. Groove Stranger in the Bandcamp chat says, "Come on, Nate, gotta have some NEO. The ecstasy of dub. It writes itself." I agree. You're right. You're right. It does write itself. Mana dub mix. I think Dune will happen for sure. We've both talked about it in the past. The Dune would be really fun. So
Yes.
probably do some Dune. And another one I want to do is I want to do a dub remix EP of The World's on Fire. I want to do
Oh, shit,
a
yes.
remix EP of your shit. I think that would be really cool. And just
Yeah.
put it on your Bandcamp. I think that'd be
Yep.
awesome.
Also, another thing that you can do. So I'm gonna one of like I was telling you before. There's gonna be like a rapid succession of new YSL music.
Mm-hmm.
One of those things is gonna be a thing that is actually not new. It's a re-release, and it's
Okay.
not directly YSL. Because
Oh, is it the Penny Reel White Album shit?
yes,
Good.
yeah. So
That's awesome.
the band, like my main band from the past 15 years of my life, is myself and Joanne Highland, also from Atascadero,
Incredible.
a
singer.
band called Penny Reel. We did a Jamaican interpretation of side A of the White Album,
Yeah,
the Beatles' White Album.
and it's sick.
It's gone off the internet. It's gone out of print for a while. So I think the most logical place to put it now is on the YSL Bandcamp, and so
Absolutely.
you could do a dub version of it too.
Yeah, that EP could become a full album. You have first half is the OG shit, and the second half is dub shit.
Mm-hmm.
That would be awesome. Or like, I mean, shit, man. You could get me to do some. You could get other dub artists to do some. You could have me do the whole thing. You could have someone else do the whole thing, and just have shitloads of versions. That would be fucking cool.
Yeah.
You know, speaking of that, another thing that Brandon and I were talking about last night actually is so, like I brought up earlier, I've been printing all these stems from all the old EPs to get ready to start doing live dub performance stuff online, live stream dub performances of the old material. And we were talking about since I have all these stems available now, maybe somehow releasing all the stems of all the EPs and making them available for other producers to remix.
Oh yeah. Nice.
And other producers could put their stamp on the black market material and give it a whole nother life. Because like I said, I mean, we've done a lot of work on this stuff, but I don't, this isn't like we don't own this music. It's like I release it all for free. it's all remixes of stuff that people already love.
Yeah.
Like I don't have any ownership over doing reggae remixes of the Beach Boys. It's just not how it works. And I think a really cool way just to give this stuff another life would be to, yeah, look, we already got Mega Duppy saying he'd remix it. That'd be sweet, man. Yeah, a whole nother life for this stuff would be just to give it away to other people.
More dubs.
More
Yeah.
dubs. Yeah, get it out there.
Yeah, it seems fitting in the life cycle of what's already happened.
Yeah.
I
I think what I want to do is I want to have my time with dubbing it live for a while. But eventually, yeah, I think after I get, some live dub shows out of the way, and I do that for a little bit, a little while, I think at a certain point, it would be the cool thing to do would be just to somehow make them all available online. I don't know exactly how I would do that, but to basically just give them out and let other producers do it. I think that'd be fucking cool.
Me too, man.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Well, shall we transition to taking my breath away?
Give me back my breath.
Give it to me. Where's my breath?
Give it back.
Where's my breath?
Which was, yeah, the original title of the song was, "Hey, you took my breath, give it back."
Wow.
Smartly retitled to "Take My Breath Away" in the end.
I love that.
Song by Berlin.
Yep.
Made super famous from being on the Top Gun soundtrack for the... I definitely know it was the needle drop during the lovemaking scene. Was it used more than once? Because I know like Top Gun is like famous for using songs a bunch of times. Like Highway to the Danger Zone is in there at least three times.
3 or 4 times, yeah.
Possibly 4 times. I can't remember if Take My Breath Away is in the movie more than once.
It could
It's
very
just
well
amazing.
be.
I just love that. It's like,
Yeah.
fuck it.
Yeah.
Play it again.
It's a major like cocaine era move to just be like, play that song again,
Yeah.
like big time.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
like,
It's very cokey.
put it on repeat.
Very, very cokey. Yeah. Okay, so this is now, this is going to be the next thing I'm releasing, but this is a collaboration. This is not Wise Owl alone. This is Wise Owl with King Roosta.
Yes.
King Roosta is one of the many artistic aliases of very, very great, very close homie of mine, Mr. Ryan Basilio.
I'm dropping his link in the chat as well, so people can go check out his stuff.
Oh, nice. Yeah. His internet handle. He's a man of many talents and a man of many names. But yeah, his internet handle in general is Love Trafficker. So on Instagram's Love Trafficker, lovetrafficker.com. Yeah, Ryan is just one of those guys who's just like unfairly talented in a million different ways.
And really nice. Just super nice
So
guy,
nice.
too.
Yeah, he's originally from the Big Island of Hawaii. He's a Hawaiian fellow, and also grew up partially in California. I know him because years ago I joined his band and I played in his band, his reggae band, for I want to say it was like 7 years, something like that.
Killer band.
I was the bass player in Ryan Basilio and the Roosters. Could you put that in the chat? Because his name is not spelled the way that you would think it's spelled.
Okay, can you spell it
It's
for
easy.
me?
Rian.
Mm-hmm.
Last name Basilio. And the Roosters.
Look it up on Spotify. That record's on Spotify, right? I feel
Yes.
like that's where I heard it.
Yes, yeah. Two records of that band are on Spotify and all the other platforms as well. The second one of which, the second album is actually it's the first like full length album that I produced as Wise Owl, outside of like my own music for a band other than my, but it sort of is my own music because I was in the band, but you know, it's Ryan's band. He wrote all the music and everything. So yeah.
Brandon oftentimes, and this is kind of why I brought this up earlier when we were talking about doing Black Market as a live project. Brandon oftentimes, when he's in a band, he's almost always conscripted into being the band leader, arranger, producer, because he's really, really talented and he can do all those things very, very well. So yeah.
Thanks, man.
And I'll vouch for that Ryan Basilio and the Roosters, the one that I've heard. I don't think I've heard
Birds
the
of
other one.
Paradise is the name of the one that I produced. They're both good.
That's
They're
the one I've
both
heard.
really
then.
good.
Yeah, Birds of Paradise I've heard. It's just expertly produced record. It's really, really, really good.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, it's a reggae concept album, man.
Yeah. We should put that in the playlist. That'd be cool.
Totally. Yeah.
I'll get that one and
Nice.
throw it in there.
All right, cool. Yeah, it's a reggae concept album, absolutely, that like tracks Ryan's like his life, you know, like coming from the island, the journey through the mainland, through the city, through, you know, San Diego, Los Angeles, like and back home again to the peaceful grandeur of the island and everything. So
That's cool. Yeah,
So-
and like Hawaiian reggae
yeah.
is like its own thing. It's like a
Absolutely.
whole beast into itself. Like that's a whole separate scene that has its own sound and it's very, very cool.
totally.
So yeah, it's really cool that you've had your toe in that world as well. It's really cool.
Yeah, yeah. The whole world of Hawaiian reggae, Polynesian reggae is its own whole ecosystem, and they have their own distinctive style. It's really incredible.
Yeah.
And you'll hear some of that in this because Ryan King Roosta did all of the vocals on this. So this song was his idea. He came to me with this idea like, yo, I want to do a reggae version of Take My Breath Away, dog. Will you do the music?
Mhm.
Will you produce it? Like, F yeah. So all the vocals are Ryan, and it has, so like, yeah, if you're familiar with it, if you can identify it, you'll be able to hear the Hawaiian flavor is all over this, man. And one of the cornerstones of it for me is that it's really connected with R&B.
Mm.
You know, like the different reggae scenes all around the world have different ingredients
Definitely.
in the sauce.
Yeah.
And
UK is very punk and ska.
yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, in the way that the UK scene has got that somebody unscrewed the top on the punk salt shaker. The Hawaiian one is that for R&B
That's so cool.
is like that in there.
So
So
cool. So wait, I wasn't. I maybe I misunderstood. So you've got his vocals in this track now?
yes,
Oh hell yeah! Oh my god, I'm excited.
yes.
Did you say that earlier? I missed that completely.
I don't know. I don't know if I
you
told
did.
you that or not.
Yeah,
But
it's
yeah,
fine.
yeah,
But
we're
that's
about to hear it.
exciting.
We got the vocals are not mixed. So I'm in the middle of producing this right now.
Yeah.
Okay, they're in the middle of the workflow. There's a rough balance and rough treatment of the music of all the instruments, and so I'm right in the middle of crafting the sound of the vocals, of what the vocals are going to sound like. So what I have here are all the raw tracks. They're not mixed. They don't have any effects on them. They haven't been like EQ'd and balanced and all that nice stuff.
Yeah.
So I thought that's something that we could do today. So,
Totally.
Something that I want to do is put effects on them.
Cool.
I want to put some tape delay on these vocals.
Oh yeah, so some copycat possibly you want.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, one of my most prized possessions, one of my secret weapons that I have here in my studio is a Watkins copycat.
So
is
dope.
is a real, physical tape echo machine that was built sometime in the mid to late 60s, and I bought it at the recommendation of a friend of mine who I was visiting in London. I was just talking to him. It was my first time eating at a Nando's. We were sitting at Nando's.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, it's like it's like we were sitting at In-N-Out.
Ah, okay.
And eating spicy ass chicken. And I was talking to my friend about like a delay plug-in that I was thinking about buying because I need better delays for my dubs and for my music and stuff. And he's like, "No, you need a copycat." And I was like, "What is that?" So he just gets on his phone, gets on like whatever at the time. This is in like 2009, 2010. So,
Could have been like Craigslist or something.
or no, it was 2014. Yeah. Gets on there, finds somebody who's selling one. The next morning we go buy it, and I carried it in my hand on the airplane back, like put it under my airplane seat and everything. And it's funny, like I'll show it to you guys in a second what it looks like.
Yeah, it's a little like suitcase kind of.
Yeah. And it's a black suitcase, and you open it up and it's got all these like weird knobs and spindles and weird looking things. And I remember
and a tape loop.
And a tape loop. And the dude in the security check as I was going through the airport, he literally said to me, he's like, "Okay, I need you to explain to me how this is not a bomb."
Are you serious?
Yeah, because he just opens it and he looks at it, just his whole body posture is like, "Are you fucking kidding me, dude?"
Holy shit!
Here, let me just
This is not a bomb.
show you guys.
Oh
what
my
it looks
god,
like.
that's too good. To be fair, yeah, I could kind of see how he might be able to think that, because watch, as you guys will see, it does look
Yeah.
like a little suitcase terrorist
Yeah,
device.
so here I am. I'm just carrying this thing in my hand, and he's like, "Can you open that for me, please?" I'm like, "Sure." If you don't know, you don't know anything. He doesn't know anything about gear and music equipment. He's,
Yeah,
you know,
there's
he's
there's
hanging out.
knobs, there's a big red button.
There might as well be like an alarm clock, like
countdown
duct tape
timer.
to it, like, Yeah, I need you to explain to me how this is not a bomb. So
Wow. Yeah.
yeah.
Those UK security guys, they're different than here in the
Yeah, man.
States.
Yeah, I don't think he would have handled it the same way. Yeah, dude, traveling. Every American who's done some international travel will be able to tell you that, oh boy, it is a different. It's a different thing when you come home. When you come back into the U.S. customs, like, it is so much more aggro
Yeah.
than every other place in the world, man. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Yeah, they don't fuck around here anymore after
No.
certain things went down.
Yeah. Yeah, you got dogs sniffing you and everything.
Yeah.
Okay, so I am going to set things up with my delay unit real quick. And while I do that, while I'm getting things set up, I'm just going to play the song through for you guys,
Sweet.
okay?
Sweet.
All right, here. Actually, I can share my screen too.
Oh, nice.
Let's do this.
Yeah,
Nate.
let's do that.
Do
I can get that ready.
Nathaniel Hornblower.
Yes. God, you blew it. I had an alias and everything, Brandon. Now everyone
What?
knows my real name.
Hornblower.
Nathaniel Hornblower.
Okay, can you see that? Is it working?
One sec. Let's get this going over here.
Oh, you can see my cat too. Gary, come back. Oh, he ran away.
There we go.
Can you hear the squeaking?
Yeah, that's the that is the copycat, yeah.
I just put the camera up to my mouth to talk. I was like, yeah. Oh wait, no. I need to use the microphone, not the camera.
That's good stuff.
But yeah, no, that's one of the things about using this classic gear, this analog gear. It's like, oh, it's nice and squeaky and noisy, and
Yeah.
you need to oil it, you need to lubricate it.
My Space Echo is it's not gotten to the squeakiness yet. It's a 70s one, but I bought it from a guy who I think he had just like refurbished it or something. So it's still in like relatively good
Oh, nice. That's
condition as far as I'm sure soon I'm gonna have to start maintaining it more actively. But
cool. Yeah, it's a matter. It's like having a car.
yeah, really. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So yeah, my screen is up.
Yeah, we're good.
All right, let's do a little sound checky poo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Come on.
I feel like there's new keys, organ maybe I'm hearing.
Yeah.
He's so good, man.
He's so good. All right, enjoy this. I'm gonna get my tape echo set up.
Nice.
Take my breath away. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Take my breath away. Oh yeah. Why'd you not keep waiting, still anticipating? Never hesitate to become the faded one. Turning every tone into some secret
That's our copycat right there.
It's working.
watching in slow motion.
Dude, this is unreal, man.
Turn me insane.
Isn't this like
So good at singing.
so good?
Take my breath away.
So soulful.
Oh yeah.
It's that Hawaiian feel, baby.
Through the hourglass I saw ya.
You found the perfect
Time you
drum sample for this.
slipped away.
That one drop is just so strong.
When the mirror
Yeah.
crashed, I called you.
Yeah, it's a like rock steady feel.
Yeah, dude.
Hear you say, if only for today, I am unafraid. Take my breath away. Take my breath. Take my breath. Oh yeah.
I love how he put new stuff in that's not in the original song. Whole new ideas.
My breath
So good.
Key change.
Man, we gotta collaborate with him. Fuck. He should be on some of our stuff.
Yeah, man. Bring him in. If you do anything, any 90s R&B music,
Yeah.
he knows it.
Yep.
Which is a Hawaiian thing, but it's also by extension, it's a Filipino thing too.
Sure. Oh man.
Much love to my Hawaiian Filipinos out
yeah.
there. So good.
Dude, you two are something together, man. Holy shit. This shit is fucking good.
Thanks, man.
I mean, I know you said it's unmixed, and like I can tell.
Yeah.
But like, dude, the raw material you have right here is like, you can only fuck it up.
Right? Yeah.
Like you can't. There's so much you could do wrong, and it would be so easy just to let it be right. It's like, it's so fucking good. Wow.
Yeah, Dave, we can make a super group out of it. So, and we will by, I mean, just the last and final piece of this is to make an aspect of this, because we're going to release this as a single.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this will be available through Ryan's, King Rooster. He's going to release it as King Rooster.
Yeah.
It'll be released on my page as through Wiseowl. And so the logical next thing is that part of this single release is a black market dub version of this song. What do you say to that?
Hell yeah.
You into that?
That's literally the easiest question I think I've ever answered in my life.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I would love
Good.
to do a dub remix of that. In fact,
Okay.
like, man, for so long I had regular dub videos and I was dubbing out other artists like really regularly, and it's really slowed down lately. So I'm dying for some material to dub that's not just black market stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, man, I really look forward to getting my hands on these stems.
Good. All right. Well, let's see here. So I am. Oh, that's funny. I brought this in from a template. It was a different height. Okay, so
It's you got like the API template, right? Isn't that the API one?
yeah. So
good.
this is Reaper. I'm using Reaper. I have somebody made like a skin for Reaper. That is one of the things that makes no sonic, at least no direct sonic difference at all, but that I love about Reaper is that you can just like put a new appearance on it, a new skin on it. Somebody made one that makes it look like an API console, and I love it. Especially working at night. I mean, the main reason is because I think it looks so cool and I enjoy it. I just like it having this up on my screens, and I feel like I look like a badass if somebody walked by like, oh my God, what are you, that's so sweet. Which is really what it's all about for me. That's what it's all about. It's just as long as people think that I'm cool, that's a number one priority for me.
Yeah.
But also when I'm working at night, this is nice and easy on the eyes because it's primarily black.
Yes.
And I'm not sitting here in my studio and it's just bright. Like most DAW screens are, the mass of it is light gray.
Yeah.
And it's just
sucks.
like big white lights in my face all day long. And this is mostly black, so I like that.
Yeah, any program developer, app maker, whatever, if you don't have a fucking dark mode for your app in 2022, just get the fuck out. Just get the fuck out of here. I'm sick of this shit. I don't need... Do you know, sometimes in the middle of the night, I roll over to like check my phone, and then it's like I burn my cornea like in the middle of the night.
Right.
I like scorch my eyeballs in the back of my brain, and I just want to die. It's like, God. All right, rant over.
Yeah. Okay. What am I saying here? Okay. So yeah, we're gonna put the next thing that I want to do is put some tape delay on these vocals. Okay. Okay. So let me just show you what we got. We've got so this is the lead vocal here. So this is all in layers. Let me just show off the layers. Let me show off Mr. Awesome King Rooster Ryan Basilio and his singing abilities. How many tracks of vocals do we have? There's
I was just
one.
gonna ask that.
Oh no, it's down here. These are the vocals. So from here to here, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 parts in total
Damn.
of vocals.
Okay, so most of those are like harmonies, background things.
Yes.
Because his main
Layers.
vocal is just a
Layers.
really strong, like solo lead vocal, and it's like really, really
Right.
good.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of times, in a lot of cases, something that people will do is like layering, doubling, tripling of a single lead part. Ryan has not done that in this song.
Yeah.
That lead vocal is a single voice, which is something that you can only do if it is a performance that can stand on its own 2 feet.
Yeah, which used to be so much more prevalent than it is now. It's like singers have so many tools at their disposal now
Mm-hmm.
that there's nothing wrong with doing super layered stuff and making
No,
it super effective.
Not
and
at
all
all.
that.
That is a
Uh,
viable way to do it. Yeah.
Absolutely. But there is something very refreshing from like just listening to just this powerhouse performance of a vocal like that is just really, really
Yeah.
nice to hear. It's cool.
Yeah. Word up. Okay, so this is that lead vocal.
Watching every motion in my foolish lover's game.
Okay, so you got that.
Do you know what kind
Then-
of mic he's using?
I don't. He
Man, that's
recorded
really
these
good.
vocals. Yeah, so how it worked was I made the music. Just sent him a stereo file, and he went to a studio with somebody else and recorded these. I don't know how they were recorded. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, they sound fine. There's nothing wrong with it. That's all I really care about.
Yeah.
Because as we know, since I have Vitamin, I can make it sound like whatever the hell I want it to anyway. So,
That's true.
okay, so then there's like layers of background vocals. So these have been doubled. So he's got 3 parts of background vocals in most spots, and each part
Is
in the
doubled.
ensemble is doubled. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is one. Yeah. So this is the part of the verse that's here.
Turning and returning to some secret place inside.
Nice, right? So here's
Yeah.
the first layer.
It's funny to
second
hear
layer.
on its own because on its own it is what it is, but in context it's like
Yeah.
just gorgeous. Just
Yeah, right.
Gorgeous.
It's definitely the sum of the parts is what it is, and when you look down in like this beautiful building, like the Disney Music Hall,
Mhm.
and then when you walk up to it and you're standing at the side of it, it's just a sheet of metal.
Yeah.
It's held together with screws.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, interesting. Like I could buy this fastener at Home Depot. That's what it's made out of. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really do hope some people are thinking right now, wait, I could do that.
Yeah, because you can.
Because you
First of
can.
all,
Yes, that's exactly right. You can.
Yeah.
This is what all 3 of them sound like.
Yeah, this is a singer with like a very clear vision. He's able
Mhm.
to articulate what he wants, how he wants it to sound. He knows when to really flex his muscles as a singer and when to be completely a support role, or what things to sing that should be completely support.
Right. Yeah.
It's really intelligent stuff that he's doing here.
Yeah. You notice that he's not trying to get soulful grit in these background ooh parts.
Yeah, it's support.
But there's other moments like the vocal throwouts at the end of the song where he's like, all right, this is the moment. I'm going to turn that on now.
Yeah.
The soulful grit and everything. Okay, so this is the background vocals with the music. And this is raw tracks, and it's already very listenable, which is a good sign.
It is.
Like when, because that makes a good product when the foundational layer is completely solid. Then when you mix it and you go one step further, when you polish something that's great.
Yeah. You don't have to work so hard.
Yeah. I ideally it's about to become like something that's like world class sounding, but like you said, also another possible outcome is you could ruin it.
Right.
So try not to do that. And then you got
Take my breath away.
now. Here's another part. So this is just two parts together.
Take my breath away.
Dang.
Then here's a nice little moment here. I like this.
Mega Duppy says, are the vocal tracks completely raw or pitch corrected, EQ'd, compressed, etc.?
Let's see. There's a couple like assisting pitch things here and there. This is, they do sound pristine. So probably the main thing that is contributing to how pristine they sound is simply due to the fact that all of the crappy noises before and after the notes that he's singing have been edited out.
That's nice.
Just simply doing that. But honestly, the main reason why they sound so pristine is because of the accuracy of his rhythm that he sang them with. And that I didn't edit. I don't know if the engineer who recorded these did do those edits to make like the rhythm of everything lining up. Like one of the things that will make an otherwise good, well performed background vocal section sound bad is if like this is simply like if you're not super tight with the rhythm that you sing all those syllables with.
Yep.
And then the accuracy of his pitch. The pitch is assisted in moments, but nothing is like changed to make him be singing something that he didn't sing.
Already
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Which is normal.
It's completely normal.
Yeah. Anything you listen to in 2022, I would just assume from the get-go that there's some kind of pitch correction to it, even if it's super, super minor, like it may be here.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah. Let it be known. Pitch correction is not a bad thing. It's not like this. There's a stigma about it by, people who don't really know much about it.
Yeah, exactly.
is my thing. And this is interesting. I have this theory, Nate, and I want to talk to you about it at some point. Maybe we can like do some research and do a deep dive into this topic at some point. But the more that I learn about saturation, the more that I learn about the ways that analog circuits and like tape, the phenomenon of sound being put onto magnetic tape and being represented in a magnetic way like that, and especially sounds being summed together. So basically the sound of someone singing being summed together with the sound of music in that domain. The more that I learn about it, the more that I'm actually convinced that all of those decades and all of those years of people singing along to music in analog circuits and on magnetic tape, I'm convinced that there is some phenomenon that is not the exact same thing as digital pitch correction, but part of the way that those sounds are being summed together in that domain has the result of pitch being nudged closer to be matching each other. At this point, this is only my own one-man conspiracy theory. I don't have the science to back this up yet. I'm developing this, and this is like one of my just like boredom projects in my back pocket is to actually research this.
I can kind of see
But-
how you would arrive at that. I honestly can.
And I can attest to it in my own experience from a lot of the recordings that we did with Penny Reel were recorded to cassette tape, and my own singing. I've experienced this with my own voice, that when I record it onto that cassette tape, the result is way more forgiving about pitch than it is when it's in a computer, when it's in a digital environment.
Yeah.
Like the process assists nudging me into, or at least like it leaves out and strips away the parts of the partials and the waveforms of what I sang that don't fit and that don't work. They kind of get smudged, fluffed away a little bit.
Yeah, it's almost as if like certain notes have certain harmonic like undertones or overtones that like once they arrive at a certain destination or a certain medium, it's like they're emphasizing all the positive qualities of those notes. So when you're singing them together,
Exactly.
when you're singing multiple takes together, they mesh, they melt into each other a little bit
the
better.
ones that get featured in the end recording are the aspects of the tones that I produced with my voice that match.
Yeah.
And the tones from my voice that don't match are de-emphasized.
Yeah.
So my whole point in saying that is my crazy conspiracy theory that I'm developing is that all of those decades and all of those years that, we normally hear people say like, well, people were just better singers back then because they didn't need pitch correction.
I see where you're getting.
I actually believe that that entire time, they have the benefit of pitch correction.
They had a rudimentary form of pitch correction they weren't even aware of.
Yeah, that was inherent in the way that they were recording that music.
Yeah. Whether
And
that be
if
through,
that music was recorded digitally,
yeah.
it would not sound as
It'd be
butter
rough.
smooth, and their pitch would not sound as good as it does. That's my theory.
That's an interesting thesis. I would
Yeah.
really that would take some experimentation.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
you'd have
Right.
to
I don't have the science, but
You'd have to measure it or you'd have to record it and then measure it scientifically somehow, and compare it against some kind of baseline or control, and really get in deep and look into like the harmonics of notes, and explore what is happening in one medium and what's happening in another.
we got to get Dan Worrell on this. Dan Worrell, this is a shout out to you. Please pick it up.
Nice.
Run with it.
Mega
Okay.
Duppy, his idea, he says, is I believe it may be because all tape tracks are swaying a wee bit, and that ends up having kind of a chorusy kind of effect. I think that's kind of what we're getting at in a way. But I don't think it's necessarily just tape stuff is what Brandon's getting at. It's like
Right.
certain consoles have harmonic saturation that's just very friendly for certain
And
instruments or
especially at the stage where things are getting summed together,
Yes,
where the
yeah.
sound of the piano and the guitars and the bass are being blended into the same audio signal in those analog circuits with the sound of the voice. At that stage, you're like blending two ice creams together, like certain, they're going to match in the ways that they match.
Right.
And the aspects of them that don't match are going to be de-emphasized.
Right.
Is my theory. So
It's very, very interesting.
yeah.
I like that theory.
So yeah. But to go back to what you said, Nate, originally, yeah, if you are listening to music that's made these days, like, dude, pitch correction is being used. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
Even when they tell you it's not,
it is.
yes, it is. And I'm here to say there's nothing wrong with it. Okay.
Yeah.
But that being said, what we're listening to, like I said, this is not something that's like redesigned with pitch correction.
Yeah.
This is like, it got the same amount of assistance that it gets from the tape thing, from the analog thing that we're talking about. So yeah, it sounds good because this dude sang it this way with the accuracy of pitch, but the cleanliness and the pristineness that you're hearing, who was it? I think it was Magadepi who said the pristine.
Yes.
Is honestly, it's more to do with the accuracy of the rhythm,
Yeah.
which is interesting. Seems kind of counterintuitive, but that contributes even more to it sounding like, oh my gosh, it sounds like it's like razor.
Yeah, it's a testament.
Perfect.
It's a testament to his ability as a singer, and more specifically as a singer in a studio setting, that he's able to pull that off to make it sound so good.
And and the way that you get that talent is by practice.
Yep.
Yep.
How do you get to
Okay.
Carnegie Hall? Practice, practice, practice.
Exactly. Okay, so yeah, so those are all the parts. We got all kinds of different parts in here. So I'm gonna start putting delay on it. We'll start with the lead vocal. I do want the lead vocal to have its own tape delay.
Yeah.
I don't want it to share, because one of the things that we can do is this. So let's do real quick just to show you, which is put the tape delay on all the voices together.
Mm-hmm.
This is something, where is it? Here we go. This is something that gets a nice sound, which is when you have more than one sound share an effect.
Yeah.
It helps things blend together. It just sounds very nice, but it's not always what you want to do.
Yeah.
So this is, let's see. I'm gonna solo it.
Turning and returning to some secret place inside. Watching in slow motion as you turn around and say, take my breath away.
Doesn't sound bad, but
It doesn't.
I get
There's
why you
nothing
would
wrong with that, man.
not want to do it.
What's that?
I said I get why you would not want to do it, though.
Yep.
You want to have a little bit more control, first of all.
Exactly.
And yeah, well, that for me that would be my main reason. But what's your reasoning for wanting to keep it separate?
It is that yeah, like you said, individual control, separate control, because the way that all these voices sound right now, this is a nice blend, but the way that I'm imagining it when it's finished being mixed, there's gonna be a more apparent separation between that lead voice. Will be much more present, much closer to us, much more big and sparkly, and take up more space. And then all those ooh voices and all those background voices will
Melt.
be more ghosty and be
Yeah.
more of an ensemble standing in the back of the room. So there'll
Yeah.
be more separation. So
Yeah.
I want there to be this nice tape slap delay that's happening that is only for that present focused lead voice.
Yeah.
And then I want to give a separate tape delay treatment to serve the ghosty blend in the
Yeah.
back. So I want 2.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
right now with the lead vocal blending into the same backing vocal effect, it kind of sounds like the lead vocal sounds like it's making a lateral move in the sense that like it's like as if one of the backup singers just took a small step forward and was like, now I'm singing, as opposed
Right.
to it's the lead singer, right?
Yes.
It's a different guy.
Yes.
It's a whole separate thing.
It's another
from-
instrument,
yeah, exactly.
another part of the band.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. Yes, very well put. Okay, so let's get a little level.
Turning,
Well, actually, I'm now only going to listen to the lead vocal part.
turning and returning to some secret place.
So there's a bunch of different options that we can do. So on this copycat, boy, I want to show you guys what I'm doing. So many different cameras. There's three different delay times that you can engage here. So there's the quick one.
Turning and returning to some secret places.
There's the middle one.
Turning and returning to some secret place.
And the long one.
Turning and returning to some secret place inside.
All very pretty.
They are. But I'm not going to make the mistake of choosing the sound, which one I want, in isolation.
Yeah.
Because something may sound cool with this vocal by itself, but this delay needs to communicate not just with this voice, it needs to communicate with the entire song, all the rest of the music. So I'm going to choose what settings of this delay unit sound best in the full mix.
Ordinary motion in my foolish lover's game.
Not
And
bad.
which is this long still?
This is the middle.
Middle. Okay.
On this endless ocean, finally lovers know no shame.
Let's try the quick one.
Turning and returning to some secret place.
Gonna mute the background vocals just so we can hear what we're working on.
Watching in slow motion.
That's not bad.
as you turn around and say,
This is the long one.
ordinary motion in my foolish lover's game.
Okay, so I'm gonna try something else. So this is, by the way, here. Let me just show you this on the camera. This is so gangly and unwieldy. The way that you choose these is with these 3 white buttons. Quick, middle, long.
Yeah.
Watching every motion in my foolish lover's game. On this endless ocean, finally lovers know no shame.
But what I'm going to try next is a setting that I like a lot of the times, which is you use both the short and the long.
Ah.
And this has an interesting sort of like non-linear effect. It doesn't sound like just the short plus the long put together. There's like a third result.
Watching every motion in my foolish lover's game.
Ooh.
You see how it's like neither one.
Yeah.
You know?
I like this one a lot.
Yeah. I think this is going to be the winner. But let's listen to it in the mix.
Watching every motion in my foolish
Very, very complimentary.
Yep. That's it.
Turning every turn into some secret place inside.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah.
You see the little tape going around there, by the way?
Yeah. It's man, it's hard because I literally was about to say to you, normally I think I would be a major fan of the short slap. That's kind of my go-to.
Yes.
But I also, there was aspects of the long that I really liked, but I just felt like it was stepping on the vocal too much. It kind of muddied up his phrasing, and it just as much as I
And-
liked it, it wasn't
Yeah.
really complimenting like the rhythm of his singing. But
And it clashed with the rhythm of the rest of the band, too.
Totally,
Because
yeah.
the tempo is off. You can't time with these analog delays. It's like you got some options. And if the time doesn't work right, you can try to slow down or speed up the tape in some physical way. But other than that, you got no option.
right, this one, I think you get the full benefit of the short slap. That to me is apparent. But you get the benefit of the longer one. Kind of sounds closer to the medium one now, but
Yeah.
it's
Isn't
like
that weird?
It's much more like a kind of ghostly. Like it's less.
Yes.
When the delay repeats, it's less up front. So
Yep.
it stays underneath his actual vocal a little bit better. But the short slap is like right there. It's still very present. So you really do get a lot of benefits of kind of almost all three settings in a weird way.
Isn't it amazing?
Yeah, that's really
And
cool.
it's completely so this is one of the many aspects of this that hasn't been replicated in by a digital plugin of this
Yeah.
thing. Like I'm a huge believer in plugins, man. Like I got nothing going on about like, oh, analog is better than plugins or whatever. If
right.
there's a million plugins that I swear by and I will use forever, and like I prefer them to their analog things. But there are some places where that just ain't true.
Yeah.
It is just the unfortunate truth, or the fortunate truth, whatever way you want to look at it. But it's just the truth that like
Yeah.
there is no plugin that has been able to replicate it well enough, in my opinion. And
Yeah.
this is an example of that. And no one has been able to replicate like all the third, fourth unexpected result of things when you combine certain settings and the way that things change when you change certain settings. So another aspect of which is what we're going to do next, which is the sound of this delay changes dramatically depending on how loud of a signal, how hot of a signal you put into it.
Yeah.
So now-
Talk about saturation. This is a quick shortcut to saturation if you want.
Oh my God. Dude, here, check this out. I'm going to let you hear the delay by itself. This is only the sound of what is coming through the delay. Which, okay, so this copycat, this Watkins copycat, it doesn't work in the same way as like a send only delay works. There is no wet dry control. You can't turn down the dry signal with this thing. So whatever it is that you're putting delay on must also come through this unit. But the saturation, the way that it gets distorted and saturated. Here, check this out. So this is the sound of just what's coming through the delay unit.
So cool.
So, did you hear that loud enough on your end?
Oh yeah. We can hear.
All right, cool. So the result of us putting this delay on there is not only are we getting the delay signal that we're going to add in with the sound of Ryan's voice, but we're also getting this changed, saturated, altered another voice that lines up with the original voice that is now going to be part of the vocal sound also, in addition to all the delay echo trails that come after it.
Right.
Which is a huge part of the sound of this unit. Okay, so now I'm going to tweak with the input signal into the delay. How hard is the sound of his voice? How loud is it hitting the delay unit? And you'll hear the sound of the delay alter, like get cleaner, more gentle, and get more like dirty and more distressed. And I'm going to find like a nice balance.
Nice.
Watching every motion in my foolish lover's game. On this endless ocean, finding love's no more shade. Turning every turn into some secret place inside. Watching in slow motion as you turn around and say, take my breath away. Watching every motion in my foolish lover's game.
That's pretty nice. We
Yeah.
go to a different part of the song now. Like, let's hear how it sounds in the verse, in the bridge, for example.
Through the hourglass I saw you. In time you slipped away.
Damn.
When the mirror crashed
I'm just like hypnotized by this.
It's so good, right?
Performance, man.
turn to hear you say, if only for today, I am unafraid.
Dude.
It's so good.
I will contend that there is no better friend to the human voice than a well-placed tape echo. It's
yeah.
just,
Yep.
it's so pretty, and it just like, it's like he sounds so good, but it just emphasizes how good he already sounds. Like, it's
Yeah.
just,
Right. Yeah. That's a good point, man. Like we're sweetening
yeah.
this just great sound. Yeah.
Megaduppy has an interesting question. He
Yes.
says, are you going to widen the copycat stereo-wise? Because right now it's
Yes.
probably just mono, right?
It is mono. So you're right. Just by the nature of this machine, it's a mono thing. You
Yeah.
can put a mono signal into it, and it's just got one little, actually like built into the unit, 1/4 inch cable coming out, or jack, as you guys call it. Jack to jack. Have you got a jack to jack? Like every American audio engineer, it like works in Hollywood and other places too. Like, yeah, I'm sure you have your story of the first time that you ever were working on a gig with a British engineer and they asked you for a jack to jack.
I don't know if I've ever heard jack to jack, but I'm imagining, are you talking about like a turnaround?
No, it's just a fucking 1/4 inch cable.
Oh,
that
God.
it has a 1/4 inch. It's jack.
Oh,
to
see,
jack.
I would have been fucked. I would have been fucked.
Right? I know. That's why we all
Oh
of
my
our stories
God.
is like standing there like, what the hell are you talking about?
A cable?
Yeah. Oh, you mean a
Like a
fucking
guitar
instrument cable?
cable?
Yeah, guitar cable. Yeah.
Jack to jack.
Yeah. Man.
Jesus.
Anyway,
I guess I got to get hip to this fucking British lingo with all these British viewers we have.
I think like we're at least right now we're like primarily a European show. Anyway, Turnaround students way more sexual. Well, back in the day, I think it's probably not it's probably a problematic term now, but back in the day they used to be called gender benders.
Yeah,
Like,
God, see, that's what they called them at
a
Capitol.
female to female or a male to male.
Yeah, that's what they called them at Capitol.
Adapter.
They'd call them gender benders.
Yep. Okay, so yeah, stereoizing. Yes. So we're gonna record a mono signal of this delay, and then yes, using plugins, we will turn it into a stereo signal. Okay, so we're gonna create a track now. So this is vocal copycat. I'm going to set it to be the input where the copycat comes in. And we're just going to do a stripe, do a pass. We're just going to let it play through the song and let the copycat record its magic.
Nice.
And so, yeah, I can unmute all the background vocals again. It's okay for them to be on there because...
You're only recording on the lead right now, right?
Exactly. So the lead in this is split across 4 channels, actually. So there's the verse one, the chorus one, and then two tracks of throwouts, which is the stuff like in the final chorus of a song. And, you know, this is a very Ryan Basilio thing because it's a very R&B thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, during the last chorus, there's, oh, baby, why do you have to leave me, baby? Going on in the back, you know?
Yeah.
So there's that. So I'm counting all these lead vocal of verse, lead vocal of chorus, and 2 tracks of throwouts as that's the lead vocal group. So we're going to get all those going to the delay
Nice.
and record it. Ta. Here we go.
Watching every motion in my foolish lover's game. On this endless ocean, finally lovers no more shame. Turning every turn to some secret place inside. Watching in slow motion as you turn around and say, take my breath away. Oh yeah, oh yeah, take my breath away. Oh yeah. Watching I keep waiting, still anticipating love.
Okay, I'm going to stop it. I'm going to do something different now,
All right.
which is I'm going to ride one of the controls on this delay
Ah,
because there's certain moments here, like especially through here. Hang on. Especially through here. Where I want like the effect to linger longer, you know.
Ah.
So I'm gonna start over, and
Can we get a camera view of you doing this, or is that going to be too hard to
Yes.
manage? Okay.
yes,
let me-
no, we could do that. Let me
let's get
set
the
up my
camera
camera
going.
here. Let's see, how do I reach these keys?
Ah.
What?
I don't know. I'm just a dumbass that laughs at stupid shit. Groove Stranger on Bandcamp says this is pretty dreamy. Well, Groove Stranger coming from you, we appreciate that, buddy. I agree. It does sound pretty dreamy.
The Dreamy King.
Yeah.
Groove Strange.
Yeah.
How can I do this?
So can you hold it, or can you put
Yeah.
the camera somewhere where you don't have to hold it?
Shit. I guess I could just hold it with my other hand while I do this.
There you go.
Anyway, this knob right here, it controls how long the delay lasts. So I'm gonna control this as we go live, and this is being printed into the recording. There we go.
Watching every motion in my foolish lover's game.
So now that's too much.
That was cool
Right there.
though. I get what you're
It's
doing
like,
though. Yeah.
I don't want to go into full dub territory.
No.
I want to give it flavor, but not craziness.
Yeah, I need to do the full dub, so don't step
Right.
on my shoes here, buddy.
Yeah, I gotta save room for Nate. So what you got?
Mega Duppy, how cool how you don't get feedback though it's on your monitor. That is cool. So I think partially too is
the speaker. Yeah, because nothing's coming through the speaker. I'm
he's
only
on headphones.
I'm on headphones right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. But nothing would be feeding back because there's no microphone. So the only thing that's going into this is playback from the computer. So I if I wasn't streaming right now, I would be doing this with the speakers.
Yeah.
I'm only streaming right now because I'm using my microphone to talk into the stream. That's the only reason why I'm on headphones.
Yeah.
So, but because no ambient sounds in the room are going through this delay unit and out of the speakers, nothing would be feeding back. Yeah. Okay, here we go.
Watching every motion in my foolish lover's game.
Yeah. Just gonna let it be like that
was
for
nice.
On this endless ocean, finding lovers know no shade.
I'm gonna wait for the later ones.
Yeah.
Turning every turn to some secret place inside.
That might have been a good one right there.
Oh, it sounds so good though, man.
Okay, I'm gonna go back and just get the end of inside. So wouldn't it vibrate the tape in a way that would interfere with the pickup rider?
If the monitors are on, I think is what he's asking.
Right. Wouldn't the sound or vibrations coming out of the speaker get into what's on the tape? No, it wouldn't, because the tape isn't printed with ambient vibrations. It's printed only magnetically by the record head. So
If this was his spring reverb,
then yes.
then yes, that whole thing you're talking about would definitely happen, and does happen if you like monitor too loud while you're printing a mix or something.
Right. Yeah. The speakers will shake the spring.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, this is this unit will only pick up what is being sent to it in this signal. It does a really good job of being isolated to just what's getting magnetically put on the tape is the only thing that ends up on there. Okay, so I'm going to get the end of this thing.
Turning every turn to some secret place inside.
I'll do it again. It's so slight.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like a real linear thing. It's like just
Yeah.
one little move is over the edge of the waterfall.
Right, and it's not gonna be the same way every time.
Turning every
Right.
turn to some secret place inside.
Like that. There we go.
That was really nice.
Watching in slow motion as you turn around inside. Oh yeah. Take my breath away. Oh yeah. Watching I keep.
Okay, good. So
That was pretty sexy.
I think there was only one moment where it kind of got too much. Where did it get too much? Let's go back. Shoot. Trying to do things with two hands here.
Yeah, I sympathize. You've got a lot to do over there.
Hang on.
You need like a GoPro helmet cam.
Yeah, I do. All right, we can go back and listen to what we just did.
Take my breath away. Some secret place inside. Watching in slow motion as you turn around and say,
Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah, it sounds really good.
Oh wait, no, it might have been this part here.
oh yeah, oh yeah. Take
Yeah, right there. If you can hear my neighbors talking to
dog.
their dog. See, it got feedbacky.
Yeah.
I went a little bit too far with the knob, which is like the difference of just.
Yeah, it's
Just a
almost like a
little bit.
toss up. Like it could go too far, it could not, depending on the
Yep.
past, depending on so many little things.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna. You can see on my, if you can see on my little screen, I'm making some edits here. I'm gonna record a new version of just that one line. Get that one line a little bit more tasteful. And then we go on.
Groove Stranger, thanks, buddy. Thanks for hanging in there all day. It's been nice hanging with you.
Later, groove.
We'll see you next week, man.
oh yeah, oh yeah. Take my breath away. Oh yeah. Watching I keep waiting, still anticipating love, love. Never hesitating to become the faded one. Turning every turn to some secret place to hide. Watching in slow motion as you turn.
I want to get a better tail on that last one.
Mm.
Okay.
Turning every turn to some secret place to hide. Watching in slow motion as you turn me insane.
realize you probably can't even see the turns that I'm making. They're so small.
I mean, they're there.
You can hear them, but I'm like, you probably can't even see them.
Watching every motion in this foolish lover's game.
Ooh,
Nice one, right?
yeah.
Haunted by the notion somewhere there's a loving flame.
Yep.
Turning every turn into some secret place inside. Watching in slow motion as you turn to me and say, my love, take my breath away. Baby, I got you for the moment I saw you. Take my breath away. Take my breath away. Ooh, take my breath away. Take my breath away. Take my breath away. Take my breath away. Take my
Okay, I gotta take it from there. Computer's getting sweaty.
Computer's gone. Uh-oh.
There you have it.
Beautiful. Beautiful. And with all that subtle, exacting perfection we would only we always expect from Mr. Wiseall himself.
You know me.
Yeah, man.
Oh, I'm talking about you know me. Okay. So I just had another thought
Yeah.
as I was listening to those throwouts at the end there and all the and all the singing.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing on our thing that we were talking about in defense of auto-tune.
Mm-hmm.
So first of all, the tuning that was done here, and when something is tuned well, it's actually not auto-tune. It's done by hand. It's done in a very precise way. And the thing that I was going to say is that when you pitch correct vocals, if you're doing it in a way that's going to end up sounding smooth and sound accurate and sound realistic, transparent, to the point where, like, ideally you haven't noticed that it's been pitch assisted.
Yeah.
In order for you to be able to achieve that, the original performance has to be accurate.
Right.
So it has to have been sung with a really high level of, like, regularity and some form of accuracy that you can work with to even be able to make it sound real. So if something is sung really poorly and really where the pitch is all over the place, and especially if it's like moving and stuff, it's really hard and sometimes impossible to make
That.
to make that sound like a natural, normal sounding singing voice that is in tune.
I agree. Once you get
You know what I
into
mean?
once you get into the territory of you're actually changing the note, even by like half a step or something, like something
Yeah.
small, it just almost immediately like is weird audio, like oral uncanny valley stuff that people will notice.
obviously fake.
Yeah, they'll notice it right away.
Yeah, if you can notice it,
Then
it
it's
was, yeah, it was like even like a medium degree away.
wrong. Yeah, ideally,
So if you're listening to something that has been pitch correct, sorry to interrupt you.
No, it's
If
good.
you're listening, my point is, if you're listening to something that's been pitch corrected, and you can't notice it, that means it was sung really accurately in the first place.
yes.
Is what I'm trying to say.
Yes,
Okay.
and the pitch correcting
Sorry.
in that instance is like, it's like the final sheen, the final polish that is just expected because it's 2022, and that's how music is produced now. It's just part of it. You know, it's not bad. It's just what it is. If you, as a music consumer, can hear the quote unquote auto tune or pitch correction or whatever, it's because you're supposed to. It's
Right,
because it's
yeah.
an effect. It does that, and
it's
and
part of the sound.
it's part of
Yeah.
the sound, and that, like, and I'm talking about guys like T-Pain who gets so much shit for like using auto-tune when really the dude's super fucking talented and is a great songwriter, a great singer, great performer. He's
Yeah,
just using a
he, like-
tool, you know.
Yeah, he invented an effect. Like
Yeah,
a,
exactly.
A technique that sounds cool.
Yeah, and it's like people like that get so much shit when in reality it's like, do you give Jimi Hendrix shit for using a wah pedal on his guitar? Because it's the same fucking thing.
He couldn't
man.
make his guitar go wow wow
Yeah,
without
yeah.
the help of a pedal.
Yeah, exactly. It's the same fucking thing. And if you can't make that distinction, then I'm sorry, you just don't really know what you're talking about, you know, when it comes to music and production and all this stuff. Like, it's just another tool. It's another effect. It's another, you know, if you like it or not, that's the subjective part, you know, but like
Yeah, yeah.
whether or not they're good or not because they use auto-tune, it doesn't fucking matter. Like that has nothing to do with it.
Yeah, there's such other like areas and avenues of what determines like
Yeah.
if you're skilled or not.
Yeah.
That's not one of them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
It's like weird.
There's other battlefields.
Yeah, it's like weird armchair quarterback music producer, not even music, like just music consumers that just are like, I heard auto tune equals it's bad now. And it's like, no, dude. There's this thing called nuance that you're officially not seeing,
Yeah.
not hearing.
So what comes next is doing this on the background vocals, doing this more on other. I don't think we should like. Do
Yeah, no,
every
that
stripe together right now, but you get the picture.
yeah, that
And
was
do
really
that a
really
bunch of
cool.
times.
It was super cool. Sidewalk Andy and a couple others were saying that was just really fucking cool to watch. I know, like you said, it was very subtle what you were doing, but you know, I'm glad we could kind of show it close up because while you're able to hear in with such clarity and watching the subtlety of the moves you were doing, it became clear like how big of a move you were making really was, even though it was teeny tiny.
Yeah, I know. I realized like halfway through, I'm like, is it even visible how much this knob is moving? Because like on this unit, the line between it's almost not there anymore at all,
Yeah.
and it's now just going to keep cycling around on itself for infinity. Is like 2% of the travel of the knob,
Absolutely.
and you got to like move in there.
No, but yeah, watching you thread that needle though, I think was really cool.
Nice,
And
good.
I would like to see. I speak for a couple others I know in the chat. I think we would love to see something like that again, maybe with a bigger, more drastic swing, even on for another kind of use case or something like that would be really cool to see.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Yeah, those happen. I don't know if I'm gonna do that in this song.
Yeah,
But,
probably not. But in the future, yeah. Like
yeah.
I think
We'll
watching
come back to the copycat
Mhm.
in future.
Copycat was
future
super
times.
cool.
Yeah.
Well,
This
yeah.
is one of my favorite things in my studio, man. This thing is
Yeah, that's a jewel
ridiculous.
that you've got there. I think I would love to. One of us needs to get an old school Echoplex, and we just need to do like a blind like Echoplex, Space Echo.
Yeah, you have a Space
Copycat.
Echo.
I have a Space Echo, which I love. Brandon has the Copycat, And the big one that we're both missing is an Echoplex. That would be really cool to be able to play around with one
to
of
get
those.
the Holy Trinity.
Exactly. Yeah, and just do like a blind shootout with the stream and just be like, all right, tell us which one's which and tell us which one's your favorite. Like, that'd be really cool.
Yeah.
Just do a delay shootout.
Yeah.
Well, man, this was a fantastic stream. What a great release day. Great watch through with the fans, with the patrons, with all the viewers. Amazing chat. Got awesome playlist today. Just like so many good things from the stream. The stream lately has just been so fucking fun. I mean, it's always been fun, but it feels really good and fun now. There was a long time where it was just really fun, and I was like, this is kind of garbage, but we're here and it's fun, and we're going to work anyway, so we might as well put it on the internet. But I feel like the stream now has grown into something really cool if you're a music producer, or even if you're not. I think this is a show that I think if you're just into music, it's worth watching and worth checking out. And if you're interested in these kind of deep dives on music production and how songs are made and all that, we're really glad to have captured a little slice of your day if you're watching. So thank you guys all out there. I want to give a special shout out before we go to our $5 and above patrons. I would do everybody, but there's kind of a lot, so I'm not going to do that. But we'll do $5 and above. Shout out to our patrons: William Journey, Sari Gessner, Sam Small, Ronnie Joe Gooms, Martin, Jill McCarty, Horseflesh, Dub Robot, Chef Shark, and our favorite, Sidewalk Andy. And also, likewise, on Bandcamp, our $5 and up subscribers, Timothy Rolfing, NCR Station Manager, DJ Ipsy, Wise Owl Sound, Mr. Liquid, Robert Dickerson, The Stoughton Lick, Bob Bell, Progzilla Pearson, and DPEC, another radio station based out of Hawaii. So thank you guys so much. Thank you to our patrons. Thank you to all our subscribers. We appreciate it. Couldn't do this show without you guys. Round of applause. Thanks, y'all. Next week, I think what we'll do, we will probably do some more glam stuff. I'm gonna try to work on the other two glam songs we've got to do, and we'll do maybe Glam Rock Detour Part 2 next week. That could be fun.
Nice.
But if I'm being totally honest with you, me and Brandon don't know what the hell we're gonna do on a stream till about the night before. So I don't know. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll do something else.
Anything could happen.
Yeah. Either way, God, what a fun
mailbag
stream.
Send us emails to the mailbag. They can questions or comments or anything that you want to say.
I just threw the email in the chat. Yeah, if you want to facilitate any kind of discussion on the show, or just have your question featured on the show, send us a question in an email to blackmarketreggae@gmail.com. I just dropped it in the chat. Make the subject line mailbag. Literally ask us anything you want. You can tell us you hate the show. You can tell us we butchered ABBA if you want. You could tell us that you know ABBA and you're going to get our music into their hands, and that they're probably going to encourage us to produce their next comeback album. You could tell us what you want us to dub next. You could ask us production questions. You could ask us questions about Sidewalk Andy. I feel some poison coming in from the
Hey, as long as we get something in the mailbag, we're fine with that.
We did kind of get something from Mega Duppy today. He said, I'll read this real quick before we go. He sent a link to a Swedish reggae artist and producer, Peps Person. He says, rumor has it Bob Marley said after hanging out and jamming with Peps that real reggae is only made in Jamaica and, man, I'm going to butcher this name. I'm not even going to try it. But he said a southern part of Sweden, Scania in English, which is where he's from. Not saying I'm better than anybody else, but that's just a fact rumor. That's cool, man. That's
And
super
you're
cool.
from the same part that Bob Marley was talking about.
That's what he's saying, yeah. And here's the link to this Peps person guy that
well,
he's talking about.
I know what
So
I'm
that's
listening to next after the
same.
stream.
Same.
Wow. All right.
So yeah, Brandon, any closing thoughts before we end the stream today?
Just thank you.
Yeah. I
Love
agree.
y'all. Yeah.
I'll-
Follow us, like us, subscribe us, all the good stuff.
Yeah.
And
Quick final
we'll see you
update.
next week.
ABBA on Bandcamp, 1,169 plays so far in less than 24 hours. So major thanks to everybody who has bought the album, streamed it, listened to it. Could send Google Maps coordinates if you're curious. That's funny. Yeah, go for it, man. Why not?
Don't get too accurate with those
Yeah.
coordinates.
Yeah. Please.
Yeah. Hope you enjoy the ABBA, enjoy
yeah,
the EP, and
Yeah, indeed.
have fun.
All right. Well, we'll see all you guys next week. Please tune in again. We love you guys. You guys are the reason we do this. We will see you next week. Bye bye.
The fact that my internal arrangement differs from yours, Doctor, pleases me no end. Illusions of reality. You may find that having is not so pleasing a thing after all. On my planet, to rest is to rest, to cease using energy. To me, it is quite illogical to run up and down on green grass using energy instead of saving it.